don't expect everybody to know everything first. So you explain it like expecting like nobody knows anything. The light, by the way. The light, by the way.
Night.
Your life. Your history.
Huh?
You are.
Now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Start lah, so fast.
Oh, you start now. You start.
Okay, I just get some of the. This one is the Rust keynote 2018. They introduce about Rust lah. No, they don't really introduce. They just talk about the Rust 2018 edition.
So a tip is try to speak in a regular, balanced volume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rust is a.
Yeah. That's just right. Are we streaming now? Yeah. Yeah. Take a little bit. What's your name?
My name is Iwan Tam. Okay, so now I will introduce about the Rust and what is Rust. Rust is a game, of course. It's also a programming language, which is out around 2009. I think around 2009 after Go, 2006 or 2009. I don't remember. That language is out 2010. Here first appeared 2010. I think it's 2009. But never mind. It's similar. No. It came out somewhat similar to the time around Go, which is like few years later after Go. Both is the system programming language, Rust and Go. But then Rust have different focus so it's harder to compare. One of the main here is just something that's different about Rust.
Can you slow down for older guys?
No, in front is not important. Okay, so wait. Okay, this is a slide from Rust conference 2018. I just get from them. I just want to show a few slides from them. Okay, so Rust, how is it different? They talk about memory safety without garbage collection. So Rust, what is different about Rust is it's a system language. It focus on get the trifecta, which is this is taken from the Rust. This week in Rust, they say it focus on the Rust. No, it focus on three things, which is the speed, concurrency, and safety. So one of the thing, how they do this is they have memory safety. They don't have garbage collection. They have something special about Rust is they have something called ownership model. I think that I haven't seen that on any other major programming language so far. Huh? C++. Yeah. Yes.
Is initialization. Was it the other one?
Yeah, that one is from a subset Is it a subset, right?
It's a paradigm.
Yeah,
it's not enforced. It's a paradigm in C++.
So it's just the.
When it goes out of scope, it'll be cleaned up.
Is it the default?
No, it's the way how you write C++ code. But it works the same as
not add-on or what? Not add-on.
Not add-on. It's a way to write.
it's a pattern for you to be able to use resources in a way that.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that.
But
when
if
I
you
was
don't use it properly, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So basically, what they say is just the enforced garbage collection. No, they don't have garbage collection, so they enforce memory safety with this. Okay, so next thing, they have abstraction without overhead. Rust is different. They can say it's a object-oriented language, programming language. Is it object-oriented? Depends on how it's defined. Rust don't have classes, but it have traits. And
It's a lot
go.
of deja vu. I looked at the code and it's pretty surprisingly terse. It's actually quite, I like it. Except the parts I don't understand.
The structures and those stuff, they don't have the structures, right? They don't have the runtime, cost. So that's why they say without overhead. So basically everything is done compile time. There's some parts have runtime cost, but there's minimal. They focus on reducing. They focus on the CPU speed. Not so much on memory usage, but they focus on the runtime. Okay, next thing is different about, let's say, concurrency without data races. There, in a book that teaches different methods, including like mutexes, atomic reference counting. So they have multiple ways to do, multiple ways to share data between different threads. You have channels, you have MPSC, multiple producer, single consumer, like those kind of things, and all of them guaranteed no data races. Okay, that's how it differs. But the Rust, instead of using green threads, they use system threads. There's one time they used green threads last time, 2013. I saw around that time, and then they dropped that lip green, so that they want to reduce the.
For the layperson, what's the difference between green threads and system threads?
Green threads and system threads. Green threads are also known as light threads. System threads is like OS one, like MN threads. How do I explain?
Python, it will be something like a coroutine.
I know the answer.
Python is green threads. Go is green threads.
I know the answer. I'm not asking because I don't know the answer. I'm asking to make sure that everyone actually is on the same one, and to make sure, consider me a duck.
Green threads.
I'm the duck over
OS
here.
manage the green threads, right? I think probably. I don't have the accurate. It interacts with the OS.
It's actually a good question that if you're trying to explain as a layperson. So green threads is actually just an additional abstraction on top of something. The language or the library itself is actually managing how the threads and what is actually scheduled to be able to run. Whereas system threads literally means is that you rely on the system to schedule your threads to be able to run, and most of the time it should be a lot more efficient to make sure that, for instance, if you have multiple cores, it's actually scheduled properly to run on the right and the different cores. Whereas green threads, it's up to the program itself to figure out what runs what. So the easiest, if you want the direct comparison, which is not really that similar, is that the Go routines are green threads. It's not the same, but it's green threads. Because for Go routines to be able to switch the different processes, you have to be at certain boundaries, or you have to do what was that? Scheduled other Go routines to run. So if you hop a particular very tight loop Go, it will forever be in that particular Go routine if your max box is not set up.
But it's not green thread inclusive.
Yep.
Because green thread is on the runtime, system thread is on the. You can have green threads on the system thread as well. So it depends
What about like the Python threads, the parallel processing, those?
Python thread is a bit different because Python thread, by default Python is locked, isn't it? Yeah, for Python it's a different story.
So Python, most of the time, the safest one is that they use multiprocessor.
But that one, is it green threads?
Green threads, there's a greenlet or G event, or if you want, it's a stackless last time. Then stackless is a different variant of Python. So it's just the default thread model to green threads without. It's not bypassing formal interpreter locks. It's just a way to better use threading. The reason why Python has the lock is because it makes it easy to share memory. So that is, you remember a lot of people they write Python to interface with C and stuff, right? So it becomes very easy to write it because the memory sharing is much simpler. But with the cost of
green thread?
no, the lock.
Lock. Python lock.
Python has green thread, but not sure about the Python 3
What
one.
was the Python, the stackless Python? Was it stackless?
Stackless movie. But it's a different distribution. Which the project is they stopped doing that, and then they forked that part became a greenlet G event, and it's a library, and then the team they moved on to PyPy. The PyPy team were originally from Stackless.
But I thought now we are using C Python.
No.
Usually.
Our official one is Python.
Okay, next.
So Python is just a specification.
Okay, the next thing is stability without stagnation. So how they show this how they achieve is there is a Rust 2015 and there's Rust 2018, which appeared this year. And the Rust 2018 is actually like a marketing scheme. So basically you want to attract more people.
So it's the LTS model.
It's like LTS, but then the features they say it will appear on 2018 Rust 2018 like Rust async await. It's not out, but then it will be in 2018. It's just not when 2018 release. So the 2015 one can use the 2018 libraries, and 2018 libraries can use the 2015 libraries. So this is how they say stability without stagnation. Let's say Python 2 and Python 3, sometimes now they diverge and need to use 2, same to PHP, PHP 5, PHP 7.
Anyone still using PHP 5?
I think someone still uses PHP 5.
It's like same as asking anyone still using Kobo. Yes. Anyway.
Yeah, this
it's
how.
actually that much different from other languages because do they actually maintain the old Rust in that sense?
You can compile the old Rust in the same compiler. In the 2018 edition, you need to add in the cargo TOML. Rust have a file called cargo TOML, right? You need to add you need to add this. Yeah. You need to add here.
But the library has to be compatible, right?
The good thing about Rust is apparently whenever they release a new version, they run all the unit tests in all the grades.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
They have
less
some.
issue of upgrading and
That one they have a project to do that. What is that project called?
Remember?
They do have.
Run unit tests for all the grades.
I think it would be
You're the
nice to
expert.
bear
Can you make it bigger so like there's even people who look at the screen? And, yeah.
On the search. Where is it?
bear in mind that we really want to be able to at least show what Rust is from the high level and at least to actually get started rather than get too in-depth on such topics.
Okay, later I'll show. You know Hello World? I can show Hello World, but later. The last one.
M function, clean line, exclamation mark, hello world. I can do that.
Okay. So this is the last one. They say hack without fear. That's what they say.
Yeah. Because the
Okay,
compiler is
this
very
last
strict.
one. No more.
What does it even mean, hack without fear?
Because the
compiler
compiler
is a, like a very
guides
busy
you.
busybody neighbor that if you do anything wrong, they just complain.
Yeah, and they guide you.
Yeah, the compiler is very super helpful.
Yeah, let's say okay.
Oh, okay, that's nice to know.
It's very anal.
Yeah,
It's essentially linking like all your ES links with all your
it will sometimes also suggest what the problem is.
oh,
The installation of
for you stuff. Everything, all the that's why it's so fast because it's and safe and what I can say is because you do all the stuff with the compiler.
so by the time you manage to compile most of the problem, you should
If the compiler works,
yeah.
that is actually works better than the OLEG works.
Usually when it compiles, it works in
I
Rust.
saw so many panics on one of the Rust programs I was using.
Yeah, because those people did it properly.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
probably.
IO is always a pain in the ass.
So the installation for Rust is you go to rust.rs, you install from here. But it is on the package manager, but it's not that useful. The one is quite old, so I use this. There's a Rust up toolchain. Rust up toolchain that manage Rust up for you. Yeah, they manage Rust up for you. They manage the Rust. Basically, this you install the cargo. Cargo is the Rust package manager. Yeah, and the build manager, and also they also install the Rust doc, the Rust documentation, similar to GoDoc, and they install Rust C, Rust compiler,
Rust format as well, right?
Rust format.
Rust format,
No,
you should another command.
you need to install yourself. Like
It's just another command away. Yeah, this.
these are the components, and I install some like let's say Rust analysis, RLS preview. This RLS is the Rust language server. They also put it as a component. Why they put it as a component and they don't put it as a Rust crate? Rust crate is like a Rust package. They call it Rust crate. You can cargo install a crate. Let's say if you want to install ripgrab, cargo install ripgrab. Then you can install the ripgrab. But then, how come they want to do this? Because every time, let's say this, because RLS like Clippy, that depends on the Rust API. So when you have a new version, the internal API might change, and the application might not work. So every time you do Rust update, if you update to a latest stable version and latest. For me, I have two. There are three versions of Rust that people use. One is stable, beta, and nightly. I just installed two chains. No, they call it two chains. I just installed the stable and the nightly version.
Is it easy to cross compile?
Cross compile.
Yeah, those are the cross-compile options out there.
Okay, so even if you are, does it need VM or
Not try that.
I did try, but then doesn't work for me because I don't have MUSL two chain for the.
Oh, so you need the muscle installed before you can cross.
No, it's still
Some more the
down
time,
there to the machine code is still the same C2 chain.
yeah, so you need to install the two chain first.
So it's still need to
Yeah,
really depends on your OS and how easy to install the feature for
yeah.
you know, harm or hooks or
But if muscle two chain is easy to install here,
They're
I can
gonna
just
put it in the stable next in the next version, right? Next release, like muscle. They're gonna put it into the part of the official one, right?
I thought it's already in
I don't.
it's in
It's stated in 2018 distribution, right?
Like if
anyway, actually, no, it's not talking.
but you still need to install the muscle support.
muscle is like a complete rewrite version of
Yeah, but I don't want to compare
GDC.
the performance effects.
Muscle is faster.
Smaller.
Muscle is faster
Smaller.
and smaller.
Citation needed?
It's
Citation.
not necessarily faster though. Not everything.
You see, no, Alpine is running on muscle, so
So is Alpine faster?
Small doesn't
No,
mean
it's
fast.
smaller.
Yeah, you have to, let's have a look.
no, because
I know
the
it's
tools,
smaller. We know it's smaller.
the tools they use is smaller.
But the algorithm
So
is
it's faster.
different.
But that's not what I asked. I asked anyone actually compared so that
The benchmark.
Yes.
Just Google it. I don't think it's. There are something that is faster, but
I don't remember
think
whether I
everything is
did.
faster.
I don't remember whether I did before benchmark for that.
I don't think it's completely faster because the underneath algorithm is different.
And guess what, guys? On the muscle page itself, it compares the performance. So
But it's much cleaner. It doesn't have those kind of over the years hack like glibc.
surprisingly, muscle when compared with other lipsies decently fast.
Yeah, that's what they advertise.
And it's not GPL.
Okay, so the
It's MIT license by the way.
So that's why people use it to do static binary lah.
okay, so the component basically every time you update the Rust using Rust Up, the tool they provide, they will help you to update the older components. So they'll manage it for you. So that's why I prefer Rust Up.
Sometimes some of the components may fail to build in the particular ID version. So
Yeah, and then
At least
and then
you know.
you break the whole installation.
It will stop installing the ID for you.
Yeah,
They just
they'll complain.
They just updated. So if one of the component doesn't pass the test, so it will not install the new ID for you.
Yes, I get the error. So
No, I think that's the purpose, right? You don't want to break your code, right? So it's
That just it just proves the point that it's actually safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that if for whatever reason the latest, correct me if I'm wrong, it means that if the latest nightly version of Rust cannot build and run the libraries, it will stop installing it.
no, usually it's not the Rust that's not working. Usually it's
just about these components. This
yeah.
development.
Usually it's iOS preview. Last time I got one is from iOS preview. It's the last.
breakage was yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know whether I got yesterday or I think around this week.
I tried to update yesterday, so it broke.
Oh,
You can still proceed to upgrade your ID, but you need to
yeah.
first uninstall.
I also uninstall. There's a few useful package here that I found is one is Rust the Clippy, which checks for the this one.
Clippy is the link, right?
it's a lint.
Yeah, it's the linter, and then there's also a fixer
Oh, okay.
called cargo fix. No, Rust fix.
Cargo fix.
Rust fix.
That it's useful when you want to move from one distribution to another. For example, if you want to move your 2015 code base to the one targeting the 2018 to run cargo fix.
Yeah, 2 to 3. But that fix also fix the, let's say they have a language idioms, and then you can fix for the idioms also, like addition idioms. So let's say you have some performance issue. They have a lot of lints basically from Clippy. If one of those doesn't pass, the lints doesn't mean that it is not clean. Some lints show you easier the better way to do stuff. Yeah, better way.
Okay.
Let's
Because
say
the compiler is very good at analysis. So.
let's say you have combinators. You do some you do map and then you do next. Then they will suggest you to do find for combinators.
It's very functional programming like. I mean because most of the like Haskell and stuff, they'll just suggest you like if you write something that is inefficient, because the way they inflect the type and stuff, they can suggest you like how to write better, simpler.
Yeah, that one they will also suggest.
Most of the language, I'm not sure about it.
Huh? Go does?
It's actually no. It's actually more because they basically analyze your code and fix the algorithm for you. Something like that.
Did they?
Yeah, it's basically beta reduction or something like.
Awesome.
No, the Go doesn't have issue, but then no Go I've never seen this. I mean the code doesn't have issues.
Go is just the links, the style.
No. It's just like it will actually mention that it is actually easier and more idiomatic to write certain things in a certain way. So there may be 2 or 3 different ways to actually write a for loop, for instance, right? If you only use certain things, for instance, the Go linter or one of the Go linters will actually suggest you to write in a shorter way instead, rather than a very long way. Unfortunately, it does not stop the. You still have to check for errors part. So.
But that doesn't have, this doesn't have errors. Let's say clippy. So they have they basically have a lot of links just so I think
So you opt them in like similar to like your ESLint or Babelite, something like that. You opt in for those rules to be applied, or it's actually just all.
these rules
Yeah.
you don't need to opt in yourself. They'll
So
apply
it's,
those.
apply to all of them.
No, they don't apply all. There's some that don't apply. The link groups, right? Some.
So it's opt in. Some of them are opt in, but there's a default set of.
Yeah, there's the
rules.
default. The default is quite. It's already quite nice. So, I don't change the default Where is it Let's say. So it's easier to understand. Just now what filter map? Okay, let's say this one. There's a function called filter map in Rust, and it does filter map both at the same time. So they suggest you not to use this. Let's say if you do filter here, and then do map, they will suggest you not to do this. So they just call you to use filter map. If you run Rust clippy, you must run on nightly, like Rust cargo nightly clippy, and then you check the crate, check errors for you. Yeah, this one I meant, the filter next. So you do a filter, and then you do a next. So they will just suggest you to use find, like this. Hey have this.
But it's
Go have
pretty
like
fun. I thought it's a compiler that determines it.
No, but they tell you to write it this way.
Okay.
Like
I thought it's something like the Haskell one is actually they process the algorithm and they'll just suggest whatever that is the shortest for you.
algorithm. I don't think algorithm is included here.
High level says, oh yes, very nice thing. Okay. So I just started looking at Rust code today.
Okay, so
Very useful on some of the suggestions.
okay, so just so hello first
And the difference with Go is when you create a project, you actually need to specify whether it's a library or a binary project. Right?
Yes. Here is a cargo TML. It specify what is the Rust crate about. So this is a binary. And then you can see SRC, there's a main file. It's pretty standard. Right now, like all the projects, right, in Rust, they'll have a SRC directory for source files where they dump the files. If you see a main file inside the SRC, means that you can cargo run. And then if you see a library, you can cargo build.
What's the convention if I want to? I have a binary project, but I also have a libraries. What's the convention?
Just pass
No, they have
flags. Just
I mean,
You can have both at the same time.
project common.
You can have both.
So when you do cargo new, so there's a flag for binary, there's another flag for library. So you just put both of the flags
Just together.
Okay.
So that you will have main for RS and then got link for RS.
There's some projects, right? You can have more than one binary. And then I don't remember which folder they put. I think they put into SRC bin here. I think they put here probably, and then they put inside the bin, and then you can have multiple binaries. Some projects have that, but most projects doesn't have, only have one binary.
So when your package is a library and also a binary, how do you, when you import it, is considered a mod or considered external?
You import from the library, not
When you
from the
import
binary.
from your library, it's considered an external import or internal import.
All crates you must do external import. Let's say okay, let's say cert. Okay, I show cert. Some cert. This is one thing strong about Rust. One library that's very strong is that it does serialization and deserialization. This is something unique. I think I never seen this somewhere else. At first I thought JSON, right? JSON and CPOR.
You should stop saying that. I can give you a lot of examples.
What was the question?
No, he say like he haven't seen it elsewhere.
Yeah.
I haven't seen what civilization libraries.
Some general serialization library that you can provide any support.
Yes.
Adaptable.
No, at first I thought this library, right? You can all of the cert library. I thought all of them is the same. All of them have the same syntax. All of them have the from reader to writer. Until I write the bin code.
Any other languages?
No, it's a question for you.
How is it different? You derive the code from the structure.
You should just stop saying like they haven't seen it in other languages.
You derive the code from the structure.
Just promote whatever that you think is good.
Okay.
Just don't worry about not other languages.
Okay, so here I'll install cert, add cert JSON.
Technically, the talk is supposed to be hello world. We're actually jumping off at the end into the depths of I don't know.
No, it's hello world. This can be hello world.
Okay, wait.
Jason.
Okay, I still need to explain this first. This is a main function, but this is something different. This is a macro, the print.
What is a macro?
Print is a Rust macro.
No, what is a macro?
It expands the function into multiple parts.
No.
Can I say something like that?
No.
No, in short, it is one. So,
Meta programming.
so in this case, what will happen is if you expand the print into multiple lines, depending on what you pass into the print macro. So since you are passing in a string, then
Yeah, I haven't checked this.
in the macro, then you find a rule that
Okay.
fulfills the pattern, then it will expand it accordingly.
Magic.
It's
And
just like repeating the same task,
Yeah.
same pattern.
in a way, it does a bit of a code generation also. It's very common pattern though, I tell you. If you come from
But
you come
one
from like leaves and stuff, it's a very common thing.
no, but one thing I don't like is the crate, right? They can name it
Come here.
dash.
The cam is only pointing this.
They can make it dash the or underscore. I don't like. Sometimes I don't remember whether it is underscore or dash. You see, like some crates they have dash, and some crates they have underscore. It's just confusing, ah.
It's fine lah. it's fine lah.
Okay, this is the code to expand the macro. So this is the expanded version for the print line.
A macro. This is a macro.
Oh, so the print line is actually a macro.
Yeah.
It doesn't do inflection. It just look. It just do code generation.
Okay.
So is that what the exclamation
Yeah,
mark is?
yeah.
I see.
Whenever you see a
Exclamation is a macro.
Okay, let's say if you forget to put the stuff.
No.
So
It's explaining the plain line.
okay, let's say you forget to put the Okay, see how is cargo the Rust compiler helpful here? It will show you error.
You need to plug in power.
Hmm?
Do you need to plug in power?
I don't have power.
You didn't bring your adapter?
No, I didn't bring. No, say 65%. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
You must always use cargo to run it. You cannot. I mean, once you compile it.
No, you can use Rust up.
If you're hardcore,
It's so troublesome.
if you're hardcore.
So this is more sort of like interpreter in between kind.
Manager plus your.
Yeah.
I think it does the linking everything for you also, right?
Yeah, and then
If you
they'll
want to
tell
link
you.
yourself, you can. If Golang also, you can link yourself.
Oh, this is not useful at all. It's not useful.
Okay, so it's like Go run, so it's not like there's a Rust run kind of thing.
This is basically.
Yeah, this run for you.
This,
But it's not interpreter.
it's in the.
It's build
part of the package.
pass. It's check pass,
You
build
guys see
pass,
that?
run. I also want to eat.
Oh,
Think I'll wait for you come back. Can you go eat first?
okay.
Yeah, go. Yes,
Yeah.
go.
Wait for it to come out.
I mean, so this is the part where it's the slow part.
Michael is so brutal.
So, pop quiz. So, what is the XKCD number for this?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the number?
The plate is there.
The plate is
Oh,
there.
very good,
Could not compare.
Yeah, compiling.
Oh,
Oh,
The
okay.
compiler helps you highlight the error.
It's a literal. That thing is a.
You might be missing
string literal.
string
You
literal.
always pass in string into the macro. So because in this case n is an integer.
Yeah, this is a better helpful this is a helpful message.
So it will give you some suggestion on how you may fix the problem.
No, but you cannot pass a variable into a macro.
No, you can, but the convention of the print line.
Print line is that the first item is
always a string.
format.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
And then you see here, right? This one is from the stable compiler. You see like this not useful at all. So okay, and then from nightly compiler, at least you can see something change.
there's
So at
a
least you
lot
know.
Oh, so they're still moving.
Yeah.
I mean, still a lot of changes.
So they tell you, oh, so you are missing this thing. Okay, and then I follow what the compiler says. I just type. I don't know what.
Oh, it suggests the kind of changes you should do. That's
Yeah.
the suggestion. Okay. Then,
Yeah, and then it works.
oh, for the nightly.
Yeah.
Nightly will suggest
No,
you.
no. Stable also suggests you.
Also has
But the message is less meaningful than this one.
They improve.
Okay.
But if you
No,
just
but
put
this
like
one seems to be
empty
more
string,
meaningful.
then
You might be
what will
missing a
happen?
string literal.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then let's say, okay.
Let's go up, like go back up, like.
Okay.
Go up, like your error message. Let's see. The old one was like aborting due to previous area.
Oh yeah.
The new one.
Then the new one is
At least they show this help.
They have
Yeah, it's likely.
This one.
Show everything to be.
You're using the likely then.
If the binary outputs.
Binary.
This is the debug binary, so there's a you need a
Yeah, that's it. That's a rough idea. So, how big it is?
very small.
Correct.
Thing.
The hello
It shouldn't be
world.
mag. No.
No, for Mac. Okay, brute release.
For release, try to build a release.
Without your compiler, no debug.
Nightly, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Why do you ask me like you're the one who tells stuff.
Sometimes the binary generator can be bigger because Rust does a lot of expansion to your original code.
Oh, that's right.
Especially
That's the
when you do
generics,
a lot of generic stuff,
Yeah.
so it will expand the code. That's a very crude way to allow you to do.
That's why
They call it.
that's why in C++ generic is called templating, which is code generation.
Later I'll show another code generation.
If you what if you remove? Do they do tree shaking? Like let's say you're not using cert, right? What if you remove them? Will the binary be smaller, or it does tree shaking for you?
Oh, this one I'm not sure. Okay, check ah.
Yeah, let's check.
Check.
It's quite easy. If you define a few more functions that you never use, is the binary the same size?
But this is just for hello world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of extra.
That one I didn't check.
It's a release.
I didn't check.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That just
That's
means
why.
that it doesn't do tree shaking because you don't use the libraries by default.
No, I don't know what's the default size for the hello world. I did.
Because I thought Serde is like I see inside the Presto kind of stuff. It's like some.
You can check the size.
See,
There's
a lot
one.
more people know Rust than you think.
Yeah. Presto.
How long have you been hacking Rust?
Huh?
How come you know so many things?
Huh? No, I don't know.
How come you are
So
every,
this is the
how come you
Java-
are everywhere?
There's something to check on the what occupy the space of the Rust crate. They're quite cargo bloat.
How do you do that?
Cargo bloat.
Let's
Another crate.
these are the stuff that are useful for beginners.
So this is useful. How
Switching.
actually there's one time where clap is a Rust command line parser. It does a lot of command line stuff. Basically, it can also generate the code completion, do the helping all the command line stuff related to clap. Last time it was big. All the binaries are so big, and then they optimize the size because they use a lot of macros, so it make the output a lot larger. And then at the end, they tried reducing the.
What we are wondering is how large is large? Because one of the use case for Go and
What?
Rust-
There's longer than 2 minutes, man.
Yeah, I guess they don't do
They don't strip the
Strip the-
symbols
strip
or
the-
whatever.
strip the-
Strip no, don't strip it first. Don't strip it first. Let's look at the size of the binary. Format. The same.
strip it.
Binary. Okay.
want to run bloat
I just want to strip it.
Okay. Strip. How much can you strip it from? Like. So let's have a look.
400.
That is
Okay.
more like
There's a lot of debugging symbols, man.
yeah. Because all the libraries added.
But how come with the release? I thought they would be removing at least all the
No,
symbols.
release they don't remove. You need to remove
Because
them.
in order to give you like stack trace and stuff,
yeah.
you still need the symbols.
Okay.
For what's worth, for anyone asking out there, why not use Elixir or Ruby or whatever? It's just that if you manage to compile this and run it, it's very, very small and it's actually very nice for those embedded devices and your IoTs
No,
and
Rust
your
have
devices.
4 focus this year, 2018. They focus on the networking,
LT.
Embedded?
They're not gonna stack.
Yeah lah, IoT needs networking lah.
Okay.
networking embedded. No, they have another group for embedded. In their networking group, they have three subgroup. Networking group, they have async, networking embedded, and networking the services The web services. I don't remember what's the group name.
Networking services
net
highly
web.
means is those for microservices or things that
No, they want to build something called Rise, but the Rise was taken, so they call it Talk.
What is
It
that?
means the rise of. Shit, I don't remember.
No,
They have a
what is
sentence.
it supposed to do?
Yeah.
What is it supposed to
It's
do?
supposed to bring up all the network. It's like a base, like a Flask as the base, and it can be used by all the other web components. They want to boost the.
It's a standardization of that networking.
It's like a standardization, but they want to boost up. They want to affect all other networking services to make it better. Right now, I think I/O part is very bad in Rust. Like the networking I/O, you want to do async, you get headache Like
Yeah, full of libraries also, right?
no, you want to do the combinators, you get headache.
For
Let's
anything,
say
you have to get a library, is it?
Use a tissue, please.
all you need to do is
Just ask. Don't be so
and then
picky.
go about the 3 steps away. Or you switch back you.
okay, thank you.
Don't panic.
Where is it? Oh,
Oh, bloat.
I don't
What
remember.
does bloat does just now? Like
you check what crate occupies most space.
Yeah, but it's a hello world.
No. Yeah, I included. So
It's a hello world.
okay, so where's the crate Shit, I don't remember.
Can you make it bigger?
Slash hello.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Always make it bigger so everyone
okay.
can see.
Where is it? I don't remember. I don't remember. Where is it
No, I don't want to say it anymore.
Okay, here.
It's so wrong, man.
This is what I do for CTF
What is CTF?
I think the password is not here. So
What is
never mind.
CTF?
Oh shit, the password is there. Never mind.
What is CTF?
For capture the fact for our school.
What is capture the flag for school?
You got two teams. You capture the flag. And
Like you. I was asking you. Expect everybody.
yeah.
But,
Wasn't it in?
well, expect everybody doesn't know about it.
It was in Team Fortress, right?
Yeah. No.
No. Wait, please don't wait.
So capture the flag
Yeah,
is
just
a
explain.
game for security. Yeah, and then they need to find ways to do get the flag. That's a
You have to defend your square.
no, that's not the.
No?
That one is another mode.
You're supposed to do two things, right? You have to find people's vulnerability while not.
No, that one is different mode.
Okay.
I think that one is called.
Get the flag. Get
There's two different. One is attack and defend. One I think is Jeopardy.
satu yang Quaker.
Jeopardy style.
What is Jeopardy? Jeopardy. Jeopardy style.
No, one is you get the flag and then you get the marks.
I got quick.
And the other one is you attack and then one defend. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I so serious.
this one still doesn't work. You see, like this is like fold. You need to fold the strings.
Oh, you're trying to.
This one I still don't
The
get.
ghost-
I still don't get it working.
Don't go too stupid. Nobody understand.
This like combinators. It's like I read until I don't get what is this, and then I cannot get it working. So never mind. I asked in the group.
Can we go back a little bit and go through at least the last, not just Hello World.
Okay,
some
sure.
of the things in
Yeah.
Like what framework should I use?
No,
That
sir.
was the popular framework.
What? I stole your question.
Okay, let's say now I have a structure.
Yeah.
I have a structure. What structure?
Yeah, I want to serialize it to JSON. Something.
Okay, let's say I have a name. Is it correct?
Legend.
Okay, I don't
I
remember.
don't know. You tell me.
You got plug in.
Yes.
Age. Integer. Okay, so Rust the integers that you need to manually specify the bits.
Oh, this is exactly WebAssembly
I
syntax.
heard there's two types of string in
WebAssembly
Rust also, right?
syntax.
This is almost WebAssembly, like U32, I32.
A static
Yeah.
string, and static string and a string, right?
Okay, now I have
He's ignoring you.
huh? What?
There's two types of string in Rust, right? One is str, one is
Yeah.
a string, right? What's the difference?
STR is
One is placed in the stack, one is placed in the heap.
Yeah.
The
That was a
String is
fun
in
question
heap.
again.
You can use
What
both.
I have to ask, okay, probably is the wrong crowd to ask here. Does everyone know the difference between a stack and a heap?
I only know until I learn Rust.
What?
See, not everyone comes from a C background. Okay? When we did that and explained the stack and the heap during the goal, I think some of them got lost.
but you can use
Why
both.
stack? Why heap?
You have a
Why
cow.
Why do you need a heap?
So
Heap.
basically, when the one he was using just now allows expansion and manipulation. So if you use this version, the SDR one, cannot do any sort of manipulation.
No, but if you do this, you can use both. You can use either
Ah,
STR
okay.
or
It's an exception.
string. You can like both. You can use together. You can use either STR or you can use string. Also can. This they call it clone or write. Is it clone on write or copy on write? I think.
Copy or write?
Clone.
I thought Rust everything you had to copy.
Is it
right?
is it only for Rust? Sorry.
I couldn't even understand like the angle brackets and
Rust,
test. What is it?
That's-
Static.
Two different types of
Clone on write.
data. So one you call that copyable,
Smart pointer.
one you call that something that is codable.
They have two traits, two different traits. One is copy, one is clone. I don't remember which one is which one. Okay, so okay, let's say we have
You just
okay, I show
want to-
Inam. I show
You just
Inam.
want to code.
Jump
Okay.
too far, you should start from something like
Okay, deeper
show what
structure.
is-
Yeah, just simple word. Yeah,
you should start with showing what is ownership and
yeah,
Ownership.
yeah. Like
Ownership is even further.
No, ownership is
this
you.
is already-
You get. You see, the thing
you're
about
already jumping from ownership to
you're only using a external library for doing something.
No, I didn't use external library. Okay,
You're
let's
going
say
to
I
show,
put
show us
myself.
a serialization, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is not external library. lah. But ownership is something that hit you in the face directly, right? When you try to write Rust. So I don't think it's.
Try to write anything that's meaningful. The first thing that you will encounter is ownership and borrowing.
But I think that one is harder to talk.
Fizzbuds is not.
Fizzbuds
Fizzbuds on Rust is not so direct.
That would be fun. Let's do a Christmas after this.
Fizzbuzz?
How hard can it be?
This bus is easy, it's not hard. Fibonacci may be a problem.
Why would Fibonacci be a problem?
There's no. It's supposed to be
be so
stage
long.
one.
It's
Depends
so.
on how you write it.
Oh, yeah, okay, maybe.
The gotcha of borrow checker also you have to show like once you pass it into function, like those things like the stuff gotcha that you face if you're gonna start. Yeah.
Moving here.
What do you mean?
Like show like is that consumed after you pass into print line? I'm not sure. I won't consume.
No, it's inline not function.
Okay.
How? How to put string Oh.
Now we have to provide
You spec the string lah, it's fine lah.
If you do this, then you have to tell what lifetime is.
Yeah.
I would suggest not do this.
Need to add the lifetime
Yes.
like this. Yeah, then I
Then you
suggest.
have more things to explain.
Why does it have a lifetime?
Yeah.
This is like
So it's that's a function to
Yeah.
convert it.
It's a
Okay,
higher
so-
level kind of a string.
So here they'll explain also, if you want to have if you want to print a structure, you cannot just print it like this. You need to print it with this for debug. Okay, this won't work as well. I'll just show. Yeah, because then you need to have a debug. You need to implement the debug for the structure.
Oh, wow.
So here is how code generation come in.
So,
Oh,
there's-
HT version.
so they don't have like something where you can just print out and it shows you the structure or whatever. That's my most normal. It's like a print for okay.
Your struct has to
Yeah,
implement
yeah.
debug.
Your structure
If you
enum
don't
also
want to
same.
implement debug itself,
They don't have
you
an
write
automatic.
line.
Okay.
So if you expand the
Debug automatically
Oh, they will,
implements the line for you.
Okay. Right.
So this thing they will generate.
But you have to
Code.
stick it with the struct then they will attach to it
No,
right?
yeah,
Like,
you need to stick it to the struct. This will generate code for the people.
Okay. It's like annotator kind of thing. You annotate it
Uh,
and then you.
No, they generate code for this. They generate a
it generate
Debug.
The one after it.
generic implementation of
For-
the trait.
Yeah.
The trait
Yeah.
in question is debug.
Debug, right? So you can attach this to anything that needs like any particular trait.
Not anything lah. But yeah.
But if you want debug,
Debug may only be applied to structs, enums, and unions.
yeah, but you need to the fields inside there also need to implement debug. Let's say if you have two structures, one depend on the other,
Okay.
both must implement the debug.
Got it, got it.
Debug is just a trait. So if you wanted to implement it the other way, or
Does it mean
in
the
any way-
traits are implemented by code generation?
No,
No.
it's just an interface in Java.
Java.
No, the code debug is the code generation. Debug.
And then moving on.
Java.
The
Java.
debug is the code generation.
Abstract is like an abstract class in other languages.
Okay.
So a trait is just it's like a contract lah. It's a list of things that you need to implement.
Interface. Yeah, there's different.
Like those interface.
Okay, I don't show.
I don't remember.
Okay, let's see what happens when you print it 2 times. Hey, it works. How come?
It works.
How come?
Because it's macro, right? So you don't have your
Because you
ownership.
did not consume you need to consume the item.
What is the simplest way to consume?
Assign it to something else. Add a let full equal to Ivan in between the two pin line. In between the two pin line, let full equal to Ivan. Then this will break.
Yeah.
You only use once.
No, it's not only this one.
It's being moved to
the value
full.
of Ivan is already transferred to full. That's what they call the moving schematic in Rust.
So this one cannot be used, right? But this one need to use from the full.
So
What if
now
I
we
put
have
like-
to get from full, is it?
Yeah, this works. And then this means the ampersand means borrow in Rust. So this you just print the borrowed version, and full is borrowed from the Ivan. So I can also
It's just a reference. Like, why do they call it borrow?
no, because it just borrows.
I think by default
Yeah.
it's pointer line.
It's
You
a
pass
pointer.
over
It's
the
pointer.
by default is default mode is pointer, so you pass over. the
By
pointer
default,
line.
it doesn't borrow. By default,
It's
is
just
transfer the
a
ownership.
way for them to explain this concept
Right.
to beginners. It's just their preferred term to
Yeah.
explain this.
Somehow pointer will make people mad. I don't know why.
So
It
it's
sounds like
actually
the go-to and pointers are considered bad words by programmers.
Really?
I don't know. I think more go-tos.
Okay, now I show. Okay, cert already.
I read them production code.
Is it okay?
Let's do an interview afterwards about go to.
Okay, now I use cert.
So what does macro use means for that? Like
It
you're gonna import.
exporting the macros defined in the cert, right?
So that is like a decorator for that particular statement afterwards.
Yeah, or you can do it like this. But this thing will be destroyed already in Rust 2018. It will be gone.
Oh, it will be automatically imported.
You know,
what's
In
the
a way,
replacement?
yes, because this is duplicated. You see the cargo. You see this here. This is duplicated. So in 2018, you don't need to write this.
What's the new thing?
New. You
If
just
we-
don't
we-
need
then
this.
what we do it, huh?
You just don't need to write this.
Oh, cert will be part of the package.
No, extern crate you don't need to write. Maybe later I'll show.
Oh,
No, you-
when
put in the
when you put in the
package,
cargo,
then
it will be
okay.
imported, considered imported already.
Yeah,
So okay.
Even if you don't use
that
it.
one is in the 2018
okay.
and
Probably.
No, because when you compile everything anyway.
Oh,
so
everything anyway,
it doesn't
so-
make- Yeah.
okay, now I need to use this one is provided insert derive, this serialization, and this serialize and deserialize. This also code generation. They generate the serialized code for the people and deserialized code for people. I don't remember how Jason. I don't remember really.
What? You're supposed to tell us.
No, I mean, this is already complex. How can anyone even remember? Like, hash derived, blah blah blah.
Yeah, the for loops, the loops in Rust is so verbose.
Which one?
It's
The whole
randomly
language is
for.
verbose.
You're,
I'm using the loop, literally the loop command.
LE.
Yeah.
It's just
Unless it's again wrong. For and ring. Oh, I missed it. Okay.
the other stuff though, if you want to.
Okay, on it. Okay. I was doing it wrong.
I don't like that documentation is normally involves a lot of things to read.
What does that mean? Like use standard file.
Use is to bring the
Import in
is import.
The
Yeah,
C++
import.
syntax.
Basically, it's import.
Set namespace.
It's like C++.
You import to this namespace, like just like use in C++.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Using namespace.
So it's like a
STD.
Golang dot
Yeah.
whatever
Was
thing.
Python was with, right?
No.
It's with something else.
Either is import to star.
With something else.
Yeah, why it's okay? I'm asking for the sake of asking.
Okay, okay is on a type result.
Yeah. What is the type result?
Result is whether
result is like enum, so
Yeah, it's a enum.
it can be either okay or error. Right? So
Ah.
because he's returning a result because he wants to do he's opening a file and then he wants to do a very magic. Are you going to put the question mark after the
What is the
Yeah.
box?
box is to
This feels like C++ boxing thing.
box is
No, we're supposed to don't do anything.
no, because you cannot put the straight
Yeah.
straight away. You can. I don't think you can
I think there's a new syntax implement, right?
That's a new one. This is a
Yeah.
very new one.
Implement, right? It's MPL.
Wait a minute. Someone say Fibonacci is hard to Rust.
No. No.
If you want to, you know,
it's hard to Rust.
no, if you want to put it into the,
It depends on how you write it.
Yeah. But if you write it like normal languages, it's fine.
What's the difference between normal language and non-normal language?
Assuming you're coming from a language that doesn't have pointer and stuff like that.
It's Fibonacci. What's it going to do? Pointers.
Yeah,
Fibonacci.
When you pass the variable down,
Variable.
yeah.
What variable? It's just a number. It doesn't have
Copy
to.
the value.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to make a copy.
You have to you have to show it then.
Where's the file? Right? Oh, is it?
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah. No, not this one. This one is fine.
Then
No, the recursion version.
recursive version. Okay, is this not recursion?
This is not Oh, okay. Oh, I saw it. Okay. Fine. Yeah, it works that way. I don't know how it works. Fine, I don't know how it works.
Maybe anything that is not primitive structure might be a bit more harder because you cannot mutate this. But for an integer, it's just
As long as you're not changing stuff, then you won't
Yeah.
be constrained by this ownership thing.
exactly.
I think this is. Where's the
Well,
error
read
train?
the error. Oh,
Error is
you're
not a
too
trace.
fast, man.
Error is structure.
You're too fast. They cannot follow you. Just now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're writing to JSON, right? You know, it's a
Expect-
one-liner in Perl and PHP.
Also in JavaScript.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now I'll create a new file. This question mark is to delegate the error to previous function.
There's
So
no previous
basically-
function.
That's why the previous one is
Oh, okay.
out of main.
Okay.
It's not black magic. They explain it inside the RFC. They have some termination trait. So basically it fails here because open is for read and create is for write. So yeah, and then it works here. So in case just now, like okay. Okay, so now the file is here, right? But then I remove the write permission. I don't think it will run already. You see? And then it won't run here. So if you don't want to delegate the error, you can do like you match this. This the match. This the how the match do is okay.
Switch state.
So if the file is there, it will write to the file. If there's error,
It's actually match.
It's mathematical.
That's matches.
okay, so yeah, this will
It's
matching.
like,
Okay,
it's
so
like,
die. Okay, I don't want to write.
you know there's a die statement, right?
Not fatal, it's what
EMSC.
yeah. So it will show die
It's spanning.
because it cannot write. And then now it works. Because this one you can check. You can use this pattern to check for the whether it match or not. But then you must match all the items there.
It will remind you if you fail to match certain cases.
No, it won't just remind you. It will fail to build because you need to match everything. You cannot just. You need to match the enum
File create actually returns
result.
either okay or
Returns a
error.
Yeah.
result, so it will be either okay or error.
It's
Yes.
algebraic type, right?
Uh,
It's an algebraic type, right? It's
algebraic.
a type that can be a different type that.
Anything inside that. You can also match a boolean, you can also match numbers.
Yeah, that's the enum.
How okay, so the function file create in this case, you would define it as it just returns a result. So the results can be different types, depends on what type.
No, it's just one type. The type is called result.
Oh, okay.
So it envelopes two different outcomes. So either
One is okay or error.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something that goes
So
like
in this case,
it's
that's
an enum.
This is also in Haskell,
It's enum.
Enum.
but the enum can have stuff inside.
But your enum can contains value also.
It can contain different types.
Algebraic type, the very functional programming.
Any type that you can define enums.
Can we have like multiple ERR statements?
Yeah, you can have multiple ERR statements, but you need to write condition that makes them different.
Deja vu. I remember seeing very similar thing in POSIX.
So
Yeah.
I do not recommend it. It's
POSIX. Yeah.
it's very
So
top
something
language.
like-
It's just got charts a lot. There's some really interesting stuff in it.
Okay, so here I'll implement an enum to let you know. Okay, right now the state is. I just put here. Okay, now I'm eating. I'm eating what? I'm
What are you
eating
eating?
pizza.
This is a buggy, leaky abstraction because you can probably eat and do something else like eat and cook at the same time. So it cannot be just one state.
But shit.
No, you can have multiple.
sorry.
Yeah, you can have
There'll be a
multiple.
union then.
You can have a vector. You can put a vector here.
There'll be a union then.
Never mind.
You can put a vector here.
And this is actually very if you want to implement a tree, it's actually very easy to implement a tree. It's like I'm not sure how any gotchas in Rust,
Okay. Output.
like a binary tree where node and tree and node and tree. It's self-contained. It's a
Let me
recursive
rephrase.
type.
How's it different in other languages?
It's very Haskell like I don't know.
Trees are okay in all languages. I think.
Yeah. No, within one type. If you
but
it's a
if you want
recursive
to
type.
implement something like a linked list, then it will be very difficult.
Doubly linked list.
Singly linked list is also very difficult. Any sort of data structure is going to be difficult because if it involves any form of referencing each other thing, then good luck.
How do you do that, Ivan? If I want to do that, it's a persistent. If you want it to persist, right? Especially.
Use a crate.
Okay, let's say this is the. Huh? Yeah, I don't get it.
No, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
didn't
Just
hear.
continue.
I'm just trying to figure out in the real world who actually implements a doubly linked list.
Just use Redis.
That's
Yeah.
there's a book published on this.
Okay,
for Rust.
the enum, right?
But
Why
you
in
don't use doubly linked
I
list.
never use. I don't use double linked.
the Rust, the enum need to match all the other information. If you do like this, right, it will fail because they don't know what to do when you sleep.
Can't you have a default match everything? as
You can
default?
have like this, but you must specify yourself.
Yeah.
You cannot just default nothing and then some more. You cannot just do nothing.
You do error checking.
Error checking with this, usually you do match.
Okay.
You do match or you break or you can do if let. If let is basically like match, but mesh is easier sometimes.
If lag is used when you only want to match certain cases.
Yeah, you see, they'll say the pattern is not covered, so they'll tell you to use it lah. So you need to mesh. Right? If you don't return anything, also useless. You must return something ah. So
You
nothing.
don't have to always return. Just make sure you just make sure you both arms return the same thing.
Yeah, but you need to return.
You don't really have to return. Just everything with semicolon.
Here, how you need to return? No, you can't. No, you can't not return.
So it's pretty much locked down already.
And you put everything inside braces.
You see?
Okay.
You see? You see?
Yes. So basically, what is the issue with this?
Jeffrey has something to say.
Just put it in braces.
Oh,
Go
don't
back to
just.
the code. Go back to the code. Put the 18 in braces.
Braces?
Braces,
Yeah.
curly braces.
Curly braces.
Curly brace,
No,
not
the upper
brace,
one.
yeah.
And the 18 with semicolon.
Like that?
Right.
No semicolon.
After 18, put a semicolon.
Yeah. Like this.
Semicolon.
Before
No.
the brace.
After 18, inside the curly braces. And do the same thing for format. Up there.
Then it's the same lah. Then it's the same type.
It's like an
not,
escape,
it's
right?
not
This is
returning
like a brick,
anything.
right?
Then it's the same type.
If you put the semicolon, it's like a brick, right?
No, it's just that you don't really need to return anything. This was the question, isn't it?
No, they say whether can return different types or not. And then I say cannot no.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot. All arms in match and if statements plus return.
This one of their
Because that means
safety.
that otherwise lag would be a different type.
Yeah.
So that means that if you lag out like this, is that
Then you
the type
mess
of
up the
out
rest
depends
of-
on
yeah.
the
Yeah.
pattern.
That's
they,
the.
they don't support union ties then.
No,
Do you
you
have
can.
union?
You can.
They can.
Do you have union?
You can. No, they have union in the Rust 2018, but union is unsafe. Last time.
He has answered everything first. Okay.
Union is when two different types, depending on certain parameters, share the same memory spot. Like for instance, one of the cases for union would be like for instance.
This one is better.
You have a structure
Please,
that
not,
may
it's not the
contain
SRE book. It's book.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
2D data
It's not
or 3D data. So it depends on the first field. It says it's either 2D or 3D. The next data field is either type 2D or type 3D.
And the C code example. So I have union.
There's one C.
C
Only
C
union.
C.
Yeah. Union.
And the C example.
You know an
An
example.
example. I have an example.
In real life, to be honest,
No, not much use.
Yeah.
Unless you want to save this little memory.
it's very useful when systems overrun.
I mean, we only use TypeScript, so that's how I remember union types.
For beginners,
Yeah, here union.
union type will die. Union has a nasty issue of sometimes underlying.
Yeah, there's a code from Suckless that use union. From Suckless community. Okay.
What is suckless?
See this. Suckless. A community.
So it's suckless.
They do the software. This DWM that I use also. Oh shit.
Suckless.
Wow. Oh.
That's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened when you use C, man.
How come? I need to report. Oh. Oh. I didn't know this happened. Why?
C failed us.
It sounds. It's all suckless.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird.
Oh, that's a bit bad.
Okay, I never
I'll
seen
clean it
that
up
happening.
afterwards. The video.
Okay, so this example show done. Okay, so this won't work, guaranteed.
So what sort of tips and tricks for beginners?
Tips and tricks.
Yeah.
Try
Stuff that you
need to
watch
try.
out
Tips and tricks is learn from the book.
Which book?
Learn from the book.
There's
Rust,
two versions of book, as far as I know, right? There's an old book and a new book, right?
there's also 2018 book.
There's another newer book.
No, there's first
What?
edition,
Now third one.
second edition.
I'm really outdated, man.
No, first edition and second
I'm just
edition.
going to give one very simple thing. Okay? Whenever you talk to beginners or people starting up on this one, even though in the real world there's a lot of choices, sometimes when they ask those questions like, what's the best web framework to use, sometimes it does not really matter. Just pick the first decent answer, just give that particular answer, that's enough. It's just like, what smartphone should I use by your grandmother? Just pick one and then, or just use a Samsung or whatever.
It's preferred to
All
use
the really
2018.
detailed answers like which book should I use? It just scares people away.
Which
Yeah.
web framework should I use?
What framework? For Rust stuff, a lot of them they have suggestion online.
No, what
Let's
you,
say-
what
obviously
your
you won't
opinion, your opinion. Just tell us something.
Web framework,
Yeah.
I prefer.
You're the authority, man.
I prefer Ethics.
Yeah.
Ethics Web. Have
Just show us ethics.
are we web
Oh.
yet .org.
So these are the stuff that we don't know. You can.
They'll show like a list of stuff. They also show which one is good, which one is bad. Okay, soap. There's no soap. There's no soap.
Doesn't matter for us right now.
But you can see their support for
Web development
where
framework.
student support is quite good. Getting there. Oh,
Not yet
serializer
stable.
What
not
does it
yet
say?
stable but progressing.
Okay.
Okay, so this
This is a general progress.
these
or
are the
what?
main one.
Is it a general progress or?
General progress.
Okay.
They are just tell in detail because there's no crates for soap.
Yeah, I don't.
They say
Nobody
HTTP
cares
client.
about software.
Compression library is
You can write
pretty
your own
great
coding
already.
if you want. Right.
Encoding, decoding also pretty great. Okay, so this is are we web yet? One of the focus is web this year.
What's
And-
another focus?
Latest news is last year.
Yeah, this one doesn't matter.
This doesn't matter. Okay.
They also have
Oh.
others. Also Rust. Are we
Oh,
game yet?
It'll be pretty hard to write games, right?
Are we game yet? There's a lot of
Are they
game
done by the
frameworks,
same
but it's
people
not.
or-
But it's not the main focus.
Is it the same people?
No,
Or is it
different people.
community-based,
Community.
I think it's just a general awesome list or something like that, right?
Yeah. So also there's also are we IDE yet?
How many are they? Just show us everything, man.
It has to be indexed for RB1.
then this is also Rust.
Whoa, look at VS Code, man.
Yeah,
Why are
no,
you? What are you
Code
not
is
using
so
VS
bad.
Code? Why are you not using VS Code?
You do not have any interface for debugging. That's why you were doing it the hard way just now.
No, you have
That's how
GDP.
You have time to eat pizza.
You have GDP. I should get one more pizza. I just compile one more time.
About something wrong.
VS Code, right?
Even Eclipse is fully supported.
No, if I use VS Code, my battery will be 0 by now. Oh, so this are we IDE yet?
Yeah. Then what are the resources that you think that are useful for beginners?
The
Or-
resources useful is already this book and the example. The example is the Rust by example. Also pretty much useful. If you want, can check. You want
What
to
is
keep
the
track.
stuff that you discovered that we cannot Google? Like, okay,
The stuff that we discovered.
yeah, you discovered that are useful.
A lot I get from here. Like a lot I get from this. Like this list, right? Every week they post some cool blog post. This one are the cool one, and the not cool one maybe is.
Fine, I'll remove it in the video afterwards.
No, it's not cool. It's just cool, but not that cool.
Fine.
Maybe not that.
It's like
No,
it's more a thing, right?
the new website.
No.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
They have a lot of because this year they also focus on the. This year they also focus on the blogging. A lot of people blogs about Rust, and you see like every day people write. I think almost 1 or 2 days, like a few new posts will come out, and they are in different sectors.
What is the
like
one that you
different type.
read?
If I have time, I read. If I have a lot of time, I don't have anything to do, I read this
Read
until I
everything.
finish everything. But usually I cannot finish.
If you are busy, where are you going to
Yeah,
read?
I just read this.
Okay.
After I read the book, this API is very useful. You can API documentation. You can read the documentation instead of searching online. Online is very slow. And the Rusty book, this not I didn't write this.
Very slow. Is it because you need that go?
No, the navigation takes time because this already.
No, yes.
This one is offline. Your scroll is faster.
Offline is faster.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You were typing this. I saw you compile this one, right? I was coding Fibonacci on the browser and it actually worked. I will finish coding Fibonacci.
Yeah, on the browser
compiling.
on the browser one you can use the play.
Oh,
If you don't have Rust, you can use this play.rustlang.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
my
the
point.
same.
Yeah, you can use this.
I mean, the most minimal people can start trying to play without being too committed also.
Yeah, this one they can play here. The stuff. And basically, in a documentation, right, for the book, you can just click and then they'll run in the, let's say. I remember you can run this.
Yes,
You can run this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Post this comments. Don't run the comments. Doesn't go.
You're running the. This is nothing. There's no point. No, you run them.
Okay.
Basically,
Rusty book is not helpful. This
Why?
one no, because this for internal stuff, not helpful for me.
Good lah. If you want to know what happens.
Yeah. No, this one describe the insider stuff so basically not quite useful for me.
Yes, that's what the Rust compiler is.
Yeah. Cargo book a bit helpful when you want to write you want to do workspaces.
Why do you say it's a bit helpful?
No, because you don't need it all the time. You just read it
okay.
once and then it's done. But like the book, it always change. Like I read the second edition and then I read the first edition and second edition come out and then I read second edition, the 2018 edition come out.
So what is the 2018 version going to cover? Can you show us?
2080 is very similar to the one in the 2080 is very similar to the second edition.
I want a too long didn't read, please.
So
yeah, what sort of stuff that the stuff that might raise some interest for some of the non-Rust people. Like.
no, the after the second edition they cover the features, like cover based on the features. The first
there a
edition they cover
summary,
everything.
There's a summary for Focus 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
can you show us
20
like
edition,
something like that? Then run us through that. Yeah.
there has to be some website like Rust in
the
20
2018 edition.
Let's go through it.
Yeah. Let's run through it like something like that.
Does Active Rank support Rust?
This one
I suppose.
This one? This one?
I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Oh.
Sorry. This is the edition guide, so it shows all the new things in Rust 2015 and 2018.
Yeah, this one.
So these are the new things that
You can get pizza now.
So these are new things that you might be interested if you want to target your new apps in 2018. It is going to be released at the end of this year, but the nightly already supports 2018 features. So what you need to do right now if you want to do support 2018 is just to add 3 lines into your cargo.
Oh, okay.
Just add these things in, then your old code should theoretically it should also compile.
Wait, what you play your shoe?
Oh, sorry.
So
Sorry.
a lot of the things that are shown here are
Can I take it out?
No, it's fine.
syntactic triggers that you
You're
might
too
find
serious.
useful. And
Like you're the
some
man.
of them,
Yeah.
like for example this one that it showed us now,
Yep. Oh, this is new.
it's not new, but it adds a new place where you can use it. And then it's in the main. Previously you cannot use it in the main.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's
because
actually
you should not return anything in main. So
Oh, okay.
in the Rust 2018, it somehow allows it
Main become a like normal function like that.
so you can return something in the main.
Okay.
Then only you can use this.
There's something wrong with the forecasting.
It's a casting via Bluetooth, right? Yeah, I think.
No, it's definitely need lights.
Yeah, because if you want to use this synthetic sugar, you need your function needs to.
I thought they don't have I thought they removed the concurrency model previously.
Concurrency?
In standard library. What's the async await for? Oh, there's a promise for the promise model.
Oh, do they support promise?
So it's new.
No, but it's not out yet.
I remember they.
I think it's not.
I remember they changed the track model something. It was a long time ago.
It's something new in 2018.
Mm.
The way they work is they have a roadmap of what is to be implemented for each division. So when it first came out, it might not make it in the build. So but they still reserve the keyword. So that your code
Yeah, so nobody writes something like that.
But async await. But await is a macro.
Oh, okay.
Await is a macro.
For easier concurrency. This is JavaScript.
But what's the concurrency model? The standard library concurrency model right now?
The concurrency part yet.
Concurrency they use
all
future.
tracks are-
Because previously they changed a lot.
Is it? I thought they were like.
Like
all
futures
tracks.
0.3.
Do we
Futures.
support channels? No.
No, they're not like goals, one, right? Go, they map, they are.
So they have
private
they have
one.
channels,
Oh,
but
they have
channels in standard library.
They used to have a channel, right? Last time.
No, they have
when I
channel.
tried.
No, the
They still
channel
have
is
it.
not Go channel. It's different. The channel is to communicate between tracks.
It's the channel lah.
Yeah,
It's nothing new.
Nice language to learn if you want to go lower level. So
The fun part is that linked list, right? How many high level languages actually use linked list? All linked list is either C++ and below. Linked list.
Everything is linked list in libs.
It's just a list.
Everything is linked.
So this is a very hardcore way to learn Rust. So it's a book basically. It will teach you a lot of things to actually learn the language. So I think I stopped halfway because it's getting very overwhelming.
Oh, okay, it's quite detailed.
Yeah, it's very.
They show you different examples also. And okay.
What site is this again?
Learn
Learn
Rust
Rust.
entirely to Malay English.
LRWET.
So each number here is iteration, so it's the third iteration of the list, the fourth iteration. So these are the steps you need to follow in order to
But
complete
they want you to read the nomicon first, right?
What is Nomicon?
The unsafe
So it's not listed.
I don't know what
unsafe
is
side of Rust.
Oh,
It's
there's one.
unsafe Rust.
That's like very advanced.
Yeah,
not
but
unsafe code in Rust.
But so far you can only write the one that I showed all is safe. If for unsafe you need to
Don't
label
learn
unsafe.
how to write unsafe code in. Okay, a little bit
Yeah, that's why that's why you see basic unsafe, right? Unsafe Rust.
Unsafe
Rust
basically means that you escape the compiler check, right?
Yeah.
Then there's no point using Rust if it's.
No, Rust is basically like this: the core parts, then write it unsafe, but they wrap it with safe API.
Yeah, they ignore that a question lah.
Why would people use Rust when they can use C or Python?
C or Python.
Depending
Rust
on
is
the
for
use case,
safety.
you want
If compared to
performance,
C,
go straight to C.
Yeah, but Python has
no,
safety.
compared to C,
But Python has safety.
but Python has speed.
But you can do C with Python.
Are you sure? Have you actually tried to do all these?
Cited.
You want
I know
me to
there's
write-
cited. I know.
You want me to write you another benchmark again?
I know there's cited.
I wrote him a web benchmark using fast SDP, which I cheated. But really, I want to Windows it. I want your benchmark war,
But you
man.
don't have routes.
Yeah, I routes.
Yeah,
I-
HTTP.
Yeah.
Then
You
I
write your
can
switch
also write
case.
the pure one. I just follow the
Yeah.
trading
that's
one,
a
pure one.
There's a cheating one.
Also can cheat what?
I mean, it goes back to okay, why the means
Yeah.
is that the benefit or one of the biggest benefit, of course, is actually compile. So they coming from any uncompiled languages, Rust ought to be faster. It ought to be lah. It's not that. Yeah. If you write stupid stuff
No,
also.
they say writing in Rust, writing safe code in Rust is easy. Correct code in Rust is easy, but writing fast code in Rust is not easy.
So it's the safety is the first thing.
Yeah, they focus.
The first thing.
So safety is more safety over performance, but then since there's compiled, you get quite a fair bit of
And
performance.
it's pretty bare metal also because it's safe, so they can do more.
No,
more
they say
optimization.
writing correct code in Rust is easy, but writing fast code is hard. But you can write. You need to know like
Let me put it
internet.
this way: 99% of the people out there, just by even in Rust and compile language, you already beat their performance. 99% of the code outside, because most of the code running out there, it's not really that compiled anymore.
Yeah.
And also it's another safe thing. I think the safe feature also means that if you throw it to any programmer, they cannot screw up your code that much unless they use and save stuff.
Assuming that they know how to compile it.
Assuming they know how they
give
don't know
up
how to.
again. Give up. I cannot compile.
Assuming
No,
they
but a
they
lot
don't.
of people that they say they have shown a lot of people that write the Rust is actually coming from people that write safe C. Not that those that write unsafe C, they usually don't go to Rust.
In other words, you are saying is that for those people who are used to coding in C, sometimes they just want to switch over to Rust because they get the benefit of C's performance, but it's actually so much harder to screw up in Rust compared with, say, writing pointer arithmetic.
Yeah, you don't have to write
can say something like
those
that.
header files.
Yes. So quality of life coming from a C programmer.
There's a module system.
No, not all C programmers will be willing to
No,
switch.
of course, because basically
I'm trying to write you a marketing pitch here. The marketing.
you're too.
Most the one that likes to write safe code are willing.
Yeah,
There are also
but-
Python programmers also willing to switch because of the performance.
Well, Python.
Slow.
Yeah, Python CR is very slow. Like after I switched from Python CR to Rust CR, just typing dash help, you can see the difference.
Python cannot do scikit learn.
It's because of NumPy.
I mean,
The thing
I mean,
everyone
Rust cannot
underestimates is that library, NumPy. Just because of NumPy is super optimized C code.
if you like NumPy, you should do R.
That was the other argument again, right?
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, we're not going to go to that argument again, but
Yeah,
optimizing
the hype is Julia, right?
MIT say Julia 1.0. What?
Yeah, for the win.
like anyway for those not in the know, it's just that there was some complaints about running R in old hardware is too slow. Is there a way to speed things up? Well, it depends on what you want to do. I'm not sure whether R is really that fast or slow. It cannot be that slow, right?
I don't know. I don't have good experience. I don't have. I have problem with language that starts with index of one.
Index of Lua.
Index. This type.
But
Index one.
R the language I feel like it's very weird compared to Python. For me,
It makes
compared.
sense for statisticians. So
Yeah, that's true. Like the arrow for a sign.
You want other?
So what? I mean, arrow for size.
No, you need 2 characters instead of 1.
Shedding arguments.
No, it's not by shading, it's performance.
on Rust you can write unsafe code, but in order to get to the unsafe part, you need to read until the
Last part.
Oh, that's harder to do unsafe code because the learning curve is higher.
Yeah, once.
19th chapter.
It's like second last chapter.
No, but they have another book just for unsafe.
Out of curiosity,
Nomicon.
does Rust support SQLite? Because SQLite normally is in C and you want to be able to compile.
Not sure, there should be a play for this.
Normally,
SQLite.
Rust
Should
and
be
C programming, C libraries, they usually
It
have
can interface with C library if I remember correctly.
nicer.
They have, I think.
It's LLVM down there.
Yeah, but sometimes you can translate the
Do they have the.
stuff also. But actually, Rust is actually low level. Shouldn't matter.
What is the Rust library for? Or diesel, Rust diesel.
I don't use Rust in production. I only use it for puzzle solving.
Now comes back to the fun question, okay? Who uses what for any production?
Uses what?
There are some of the things that I would like to steal from Rust in my production code.
Like what? Let's share.
Oh, this exercise.
By the way, Hacker Rank does not support Rust.
Exorcism is unlike hacker rank. Exorcism is more like exercise, code exercise.
What makes
Then
exorcism different is you get something like that with open one.
they are not score focused. They are
What's the fun in that?
The fun is
learning.
learning. You get someone, you get a mentor.
Whoa, okay. Wow, that's very nice.
Yeah, have SQ have SQLite.
So for example, this
Diesel.
is one of my mentors.
Wow, long answer, man.
So he made me do 8 iterations on circular.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, this is.
But you're always assigned to the same guy? Or?
So it's practically you submit a peer review for every exercise.
Okay.
How much time does those guys have?
They were free.
No, it takes forever because there are like so many submissions every day, and there are only like 25 mentors.
But at least he answered.
They
That's quite
answer.
one.
Then you join as a mentor. You join as a mentor.
It will take you at least 2-3 days right now to actually get one response.
Yeah, that's because it's good for free.
Oh.
Yeah, for 25% for a large website.
There are 6,000 people in China. So
Wow.
What do you use Rust for again?
I use it for the writing command line application.
Okay.
Want to show
That
example?
Networking related stuff or your quality of life stuff or?
For school timetable.
Oh, okay. So that means
Last time school scheduling. Last time it used to be written in a shell script. I write it in
so you're
around 10 lines.
What scheduling solver is it?
Constraint for.
Constraint solving.
Constraint solving.
You're thinking yourself in the hole here. You're using the school schedule because you want to solve your constraints, right?
No,
For instance, one day. Then why the heck?
just display the schedule.
Ah,
No, but Rust is so long. I have to write, but it's faster.
Right in
faster
C.
to display.
I don't understand that.
But the shell, I just write it in basically like I think 3 lines and one very long pipe that spans a lot of lines. The shell. But after they switched to the not CSV, last time they provide CSV, now they use JSON. JSON I cannot do JSON
But it's easy to do
You
JSON,
can
right?
just use JQ, right?
I know it can use JQ, but
it's
I
not
don't want to
written
display
in
JQ. JQ is not that nice.
Sorry.
No, I mean the output is not that nice.
They're really bad.
I need to have a lot of lines in the JQ to pass it. So I just write it in Rust. I do the caching, those. Yeah, it's quite fun to write. Just a bit long.
As long as you have fun.
How many lines are?
As long as you have fun.
I just want to do a very quick show on how Rust works with macro. So this is one of my iteration with a lot of repetition here. So apparently you can do it in macro. So for those lines there, some can condense into some of this.
Create a macro rule.
And this is the definition. This is the
Also, that expands out to this.
yeah. So if you, this expands to this. So this is the identifier. Identifier goes here, and the value goes here.
Code generation.
Yeah, I also have one example macro.
Macro is code generation.
You want to see one example macro?
You don't ask for permission, man.
Ask for
So nice,
forgiveness.
huh?
Ask for forgiveness.
Maybe it's too.
Give me your bank account.
That's the whole point of Codecast is that everyone can just.
Yeah, just take over. Make it bigger, please.
Bigger.
Not everybody has young eyes. What is a mod?
Mod.
What the?
That's it.
Sorry, sorry, I'm like asking.
You see this macro, right? This macro you generate a whole. This is taken from cert no, I don't write this. We generate the whole enum from this. Let's say this. This one.
Okay.
Get generate.
So enum number is a macro to find out.
Why are you writing such a low level? Don't you have libraries for all these things already?
No, it's not right. You see this one.
Is this your code or is this a library code?
This is my
Internal
code.
library code.
No, I use someone else code, but that one is theirs is too old. I need to update it. So you see that theirs have a enum, and then they need to manually match the value here, and then they need to return the output. So instead of doing that, I just do one of this and then done. This implements the serializable as well, serialized trait. Serialized and deserialized trait. So I don't need to write value 0 equals to 1, value 1 equals to 1, value 2 equals to 1. It automatically does that for me. This is based on the cert code.
I'm just trying to figure out why what
So they want to have a enum representation, serialize enum as number. So they tell you how. Rather than every time you need to match the original one, match the value 0 back to this, you can just straight create this enum you see here.
Yeah, but this is all this synthetic trigger. What are you trying to solve?
Just macro. The Rust macro you can match based on the variant.
Oh, you're passing the photograph, is it?
No, they pass the Rust structure. This is like, let's say this identifier.
What library is this? Is this handling photograph?
No, this is not like this not Rust library. This is for benchmarking the serialization and deserialization. So basically, you see like here is identifier. This is a macro in Rust, like just now the one that you show. Instead, this is a longer version that does a macro on something like this, on this. That let's say this is the identifier. Yeah.
Historically, I know why this one. Yeah, but why you need to do it in this place?
Because you don't need to write like this. Don't you write like?
Why do you need to write this in the first place?
Oh, you want to write this to match the original value. You want to match it back to the enum. You want to convert the enum to number.
Match enum for what are you trying to solve?
No, you want to write it as number instead of writing it as the string. This instead of writing it as this string, by default, right, cert will write as string. This HTTP protocol unknown, they will make it string instead of making it 0. Get it?
I don't get it.
Don't get it?
I know what it does. I know. I'm just trying to figure out why. Never mind. Moving on.
Why it's just converting the enum to numbers, just like that.
Never mind. Moving on.
What else? What else can I show? I don't think I need to show implementation here. Implementation traits. Yeah, pretty much like this. All the useful function is match and the structured. Also, there's one tutorial that I saw today is quite useful. Is creating no spaghetti by it's from the Rust conference but It's from the Rust conference. No oh, not this. No spaghetti. Okay, so this explains the guy want to talk about translating 80 years of hard-won best practice from other programming paradigms to Rust. He explains like step by step what is Laksana, what is spaghetti, and he explains like from zero to writing a cache, from zero to more how to like improvise it, like this one, they improvise it.
Too fast.
Oh, too fast. I thought you say too slow. It's like
Poor people cannot catch up. Okay.
so basically
Just
there.
slide and don't move too fast. Let us at least read.
Then I put it on present. auto.
Just don't move when you click on something like it. Oh.
So at the end you see no, I just show you what is at the end. You can see something like this.
So this is what important.
I'm really busy right now. I'm serious. I'm busy.
Okay, should I share this link?
Anybody
No, this is quite nice as a tutorial to read. No, this is the most basic one. They slowly expands it. Oh, no more.
Hash map.
Hash map is dictionary.
I know. I was reading about the whole implementation of hash map and other languages and stuff. Hash map. Is this hash map new? Is it built-in?
No, yeah, it's what do you do?
Is it standard library or?
Your standard library?
Oh, standard library.
Oh.
But yeah, standard library hash map is
It
slow.
is a constructor.
How slow is slow?
Okay.
It's a convention of
I don't know how to say, it's very slow.
It's very slow compared with. I mean,
Compared to other implementation, there's other crates because they want to make it safe. So it's slow. There's a FNV, another crate for providing hash map. Also FNV.
So this shows how the
This will be
borrowing
tree
and
map type.
ownership works. So when you need to allow the function to actually maintain the values inside the hash map by passing a mutable reference into the function.
They borrow the cache as a mutable reference.
At any time, there's only one holder that can do
Modification.
addition to the
I see.
And they
So
have
this
three.
is what they mean by safe. That means is that if they have more than one thread, only one.
only one test to write.
But there are three rules, right?
If
For
you
the
allow more than one to write, it will throw you an error when you compile it.
Okay, awesome.
not just that, there are three rules. One is that you cannot have two at the same time. One is borrowed. You cannot have immutable borrow and mutable borrow at the same time. Let's say you borrowed before this, right? No, but you can have multiple multiple.
Only access, but you can only have one and only one access.
So to let's say to do something over here, if you want to pass a read only cache, you would just pass one cache like that without
then you cannot write to the cache on.
Okay, understood.
Then you don't need mutexes.
Mutexes is the thing about mutex is that you don't really care about mutex if you're just reading from it as long as you don't mutate it. Depends how you do it.
If you only pass in as references, just like you distribute a piece of information to a lot of people. So a lot of people can have that same piece of information, but none of them can make any changes to the information.
In this case, when you have multiple threads, how would you ensure that, for instance,
I'm
this
not
basically
gone
text
to the concurrency part yet. I'm still struggling with the life.
Yeah, there's one part with
What
just
sort of
concurrency.
challenge you face with lifetime?
explain to you what lifetime is, but when you write real life code, then that is a different challenge. I can show you what I'm struggling with right now.
Lifetime means is that if you create something, an object, like for instance over here a hash map, right? Lifetime is the thing that determines when the hash map actually gets destroyed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means that in this case that rather than main if some other thing, you already created the hash map and populated it, you want to return it to someone else, then you need to return it to something. In that case, will never get
You
destroyed.
don't have to return. You don't have to return. The ownership will always pass back to the original owner.
After it gets out of scope.
Yeah, that's also.
So that's also that means is that the very what's it the builder pattern or the factory method where the function itself creates something and returns it. There's not much thing in Rust, right? That means is that the function itself is the one who initialize the object something big, and then it will own it until it returns. Once it returns, that's when it will get destroyed. Like for instance, this particular case that is actually the main function, right? So that the hash map will get destroyed when mean or whatever exit, right?
Yes.
Can we have like closures thing?
Sorry?
Closures thing?
Yes.
Yes, you have closures in Rust.
So
And it's a lot more useful in Rust.
Then like this one, you see this is closure. This is closure, right? Implement function once here. This closure.
This closure, you need to show them what closure looks like.
Use an arrow, right? Why can't you just use one symbol? These two symbols.
Huh? What do you mean?
R is back.
No, this is the output. This output. This output. No, this is the output. Return. This is what they return. Closure. You show closure.
So if we are dealing with ownership in the closures, then how does that work?
It's very complicated.
That's very complicated.
I hate it.
Closure is something like Okay, I show a quick closure.
No, did you see that?
Hmm.
So I write a function and then
Let's
that
say
function
you
will-
want numbers.
numbers.
I have a vector of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you can do this straight one way.
What's the difference between a vector and a array?
It's the same as strings. One is expandable, one is not expandable.
Oh, okay. I was reading this one. There's actually pretty fun. Another one. Okay, there are concepts of arrays and slices in Rust.
Yes.
The meaning is totally, slightly, subtly different from Python and Go's implementation of arrays and slices. A lot of gotchas.
Array you cannot expand also.
Yes.
Yeah, array is a fixed size.
But
Yeah,
will-
there's a constructor also.
Will they auto increase like in the
No, that's not
like
so.
for
No,
example-
array is fixed size.
Oh.
It's just like fixed length string.
When if let's say, if I'm not mistaken, when you declare an array, you must declare a size, right?
No, you don't have to.
Oh, okay. But it's fixed once
So
you.
you have to declare size. The size of an array is actually part of the type, part of the
It's
type.
automatically
Type.
using
It will choose it will auto count how many things are in the array, but it's actually fixed. And then the length of the array is actually one of the type. So you
But it's
you want to
mutable,
say
right? Array is mutable, right? So
If you say array, no. If you want to change,
Oh, this
it
one.
has to be.
This square. This the example closure that I mean here.
slice
This
is
closure.
literally that is slice.
This
just
closure, right?
basically, start
Reference.
and end
Magic
references
array.
to inside the
magic
array.
array.
Yeah.
Magic
So
array.
that is closure.
Yeah, this closure. This one This one is closure.
You can be super declarative also.
This an example Or another example of closure is
Optional type. Optional type.
We have optional.
No, show.
filter
If you have vectors, why would you need a linked list?
option.
Optional type. Option.
Vectors means you can actually just vector.
Okay, sure.
Implementation vector is vectors is more like C vector, C++ vector, right?
C++,
Yeah.
vector.
So option is
Single directional.
basically
single-
something like functional programming or that.
Optional classification.
So option has two different types. One is sum,
Hey, why do you need to put the bracket at the out?
one is none. Sorry.
Why do you need to put the bracket out there?
What's out?
The bracket in the if. Before the if.
Before the if and closing.
Or
Yeah.
this is one thing. I want to return either none or some. This is a very lazy way to write. It's not a good practice, so don't do this.
Yeah, because we want to save on lines like you.
Oh.
So
Okay.
simple is better.
So this option, so we can change the value inside the option into something else by using a map. It's very functional programming. So it's pattern matching. It's pattern matching up. So you can match the same thing over and over again as long as they fulfill different conditions.
But I thought there's a num in the std num. You saw that the non-zero uint8.
What are you talking about?
Can I show you?
Okay, so
I thought we had pattern matching in Golang, right?
no.
That's Elixir.
No pattern matching.
Select will be very similar to that, but it's actually
Select is very weird.
Too concerned about saving memory. I just
Funny thing is, there's actually very little use of select.
God, if you're listening to more than one channel. So that means
And it's not unlike select, which is it's not single flow. It's actually by
yeah,
how to say?
yeah.
It's event, but it's in a way it's like something like concurrent also, like, but it's actually not. If you want it to be, if you only have listening to one channel and want to do checking, you might as well just use a switch.
You use a select when you have to listen for say cancellation.
So
Like if someone is hacking.
No.
This is Microsoft. It's too hot.
You flicker. It's too hot. Look.
Single threaded.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was worse yesterday.
Problem.
Why do you mention HDD num in the first place? Jeffrey seems to be baffled.
It's like what you were saying, the none for 0
Oh.
and there's no 0. So basically 0 is
Very good answer. Very good answer. Say, like what? How many beat you say?
4 bit, I think you said 4 bit.
For beat.
I obviously don't care about efficiency. So that's why the mentor was nagging me about this is too slow. So in the end, I do something like this.
Let's have a look. Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
it's huge.
Hey.
In the end, turns to something like this because I was.
Hey, it's actually shorter. Oh, okay. I forgot this.
This is not shorter at all.
It seems to be more readable, right?
More editable. I wouldn't say editable.
And it's supposedly to run faster because I'm not looking at the number now.
But how come you don't do while first?
What's the difference? What's the purpose of loop?
It's a for.
Like
Oh,
infinite.
look, it's a for.
Like goes like a
Moving
for.
indefinitely.
It's a while lah.
But how come you don't? How come your loop you don't do while change?
Because
While
I forgot about it.
oh, okay.
True.
Okay.
It's exactly like Excel functions. You can optimize for speed, efficiency.
Space.
Pretty sure this is not the most efficient way also.
can see so many ways to make faster already.
Yes.
If you really want.
You want a smaller, this one is like results plus equals to incoming. Cukup lah, hey, why you want result equals to result plus incoming? Plus equals, plus equals, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't have to.
Because
I just wrote it in.
I mean, it's not important.
I'm nitpicking. Rust. Why did you use Rust in the first place?
What?
What?
See, timetable, the one that
There was
I
another
found.
competitor,
Why
like name
Rust and not
language.
use something else?
Name.
Last time,
Yeah.
Something
Name is
else.
different. Name is
Because Rust is fast.
Name is also
C++
fast.
is
yeah.
faster.
Name is very fast.
Name is
C++
also
is hard to deal with the serialization.
No.
C.
Next thing you know, you prefer assembly.
No, Java is actually because of references and stuff rather than objectively being able to evaluate why this over that. I mean, fine, everyone has their
Because
own
a lot
preferences.
It looks
too
more
many
fun to
beginners
write
write
also
C. Too many beginners write C.
Not many beginners.
No, C++, and then
But
it
that
makes
logic,
C++
I
so...
don't agree if you want to say like, oh, it's better, but it seems to be quite fun to write for a point of view.
I don't know, somehow it just looks a lot cleaner than when I first saw it.
I remember I hope we tried out Rust many years ago, like before we started cooling.
Yep, definitely.
Who?
Would be. It was like five years ago, something like that.
Who is he?
Sorry, bro.
You know,
Doesn't matter. That's the first time we try out seen Rust.
So, but is Rust like better for like solving all these puzzle kind of stuff? You mentioned it feels easier for you to
It's not
think of a
easier.
problem.
I'm having a problem with something.
It's not easy. Is it easy?
Yeah,
it's not.
You put out a statement, then you answer a question. Make up your mind, man.
It's not easy.
there's one thing.
But writing
I was going through
CLI is
kind of
easy.
After looking at other people's solutions and trying certain things and whatnot, is that Python seems to be much easier at hacking up ad hoc puzzle solutions in terms of.
I still use Python for
Haskell
puzzles.
also. Haskell.
No,
You have to do numbers.
when you're pure also.
Some of the really fast programmers I saw was actually, but I think it's actually it's one of those they're really good at it.
Lifetime takes.
I think for me, the most interesting part is WebAssembly. That's why I'm interested
It's
in
forever
Rust.
to write. When we were counting how fast it is, we're talking about for programming puzzles. When you first receive the puzzle, to the time you submit and actually get a complete answer. So that actually includes time to actually just start hacking and get the results. So obviously, it's just that if you spend enough time optimizing this, we can get the results faster, coming out to 0. Whatever seconds faster. But at the end, the amount of development and hacking on it.
I think for command line tools it doesn't matter because it only run once most of the time. But for like long running process, it might make more sense.
No, some command line tools run long, like grab.
Yeah,
And it's fast.
in some cases.
Particularly when these days, if you guys actually notice the segment, one of the most thing that's actually premium when running in things these days running in the cloud or IoT or whatever, it's not just this space. So if you actually manage to push into production either the Go or even that's why we are looking at the binary sizes for Rust programs. It's actually quite small. That means that it's more space.
Rust program is small?
Rust binary is small.
No, it's not small.
It's small.
No, by default it's not small, but then
Have you
they
tried
do
to
a
write
lot
an
of stuff.
equivalent and deploy equivalent Python program?
Python
You
program,
actually
of
check
course,
out
is
the
bigger.
actual
Python is already that big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I
A
mean
Docker
compared
image
to
running
Go,
the whole same thing
compared to
in
Go and
Rust.
C.
Go is still big. It depends on how much
if the library that you're using is huge, it's actually quite big.
If you use C++ and use Boost, it'll be
For
big.
embedded Rust, right, they have a series of steps
We
to
are
make
talking
the.
about production here.
I know.
Production, which includes the time to, let's say, normally would include the size of the Docker file.
But that one is the for embedded they have achieved that they have the steps to reduce the Rust file size.
Yeah.
Need to
that's
check
what I'm
the
saying,
embedded
it's
working group.
You answer your own argument just now. You say it's big.
I know, but I mean it's
Yeah.
big by default.
Yeah.
They don't make
We are
optimization
comparing
by size.
with the go-to language for IoT these days. If you actually know
JavaScript?
okay?
JavaScript.
It's the go-to.
It's so much smaller. Have you seen how big to actually deploy equivalent JavaScript IoT whatever project?
JavaScript right now is already so big.
I'm telling you, the real world situation here is that people are using JavaScript for IoT.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? Wow, welcome to the
I think
21st
Python is
century.
even better than.
JavaScript is like the IoT language, man.
Node.js,
For
IoT.
2018.
I never even heard of that.
Well, you know.
Welcome to the real world, man.
So what I'm trying to say is, because of the smaller
Don't see those with
you
Windows.
can cram a lot more things into IoT. Not to mention another thing, if you guys been comparing cloud prices and all stuff, the limit and what actually determines how much you're paying for per month for your cloud VM whatever instance is amount of RAM.
Yeah.
Huh?
Memory is actually a premium. Memory is what decides all these things. Go to Amazon, whatever, is a memory size.
My
And
battery
you
is
can
almost dead.
perform the same thing in less memory, like compared to say, I don't know,
You want me to share the nose spaghetti?
It's conversation killer. you really sound like Whoopi. He only say what he wants.
Okay, let's go multi-threading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You speak like him, lah.
Oh.
Multi-threading.
Oh.
A person.
Anyway, long story short, okay, in the world of trying to get the most out of whatever resource into production, Rust is the good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I think I can see like processing pipeline and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think Rust is quite nice after the async came out for networking stacks.
That would be quite a while.
Next year, maybe. Next year.
They've been back and forth about networking.
Yeah. But last time I saw something very nice is that they don't want the async and the await. They want the code to just use the async but don't need the async await.
You mean like?
They have a proposal for that.
It's like a joint.
How do you actually? How do you make sure that one happens after another?
But there's an RFC for that.
There's a what?
You still have to
There's an
synchronize.
RFC for that.
You still have to synchronize the state afterwards,
Yeah.
right?
One. Yeah.
You need
One
to.
of the easiest tests, if you want a real world test of how a sync actually works or what it actually benefits, is that you try to do a checksum of MD5 sum, for instance, of all the files in recursively in a directory. That's when you can actually find out that, oh, it would be really nice if I can spawn on this one, especially when you do not know which thread will actually use up more CPU time.
Huh?
If you have a directory of more than 10 files and it's actually recursive and all stuff, when you want to spawn multiple processes and make sure that the checksum is actually spread out, it will be a nice test for you to write a program to this one test to see whether your async actually works or matters.
This will even be like good benchmarking, like between Python and Rust, Golang.
Could be.
Yeah, just now the one
Have you
that I'm
tried
working
Nim?
on is benchmarking.
Have you tried Nim?
Nim? No. The language.
Yeah.
No.
But it says a GC lah. GC sounds like bad, but GCs used to be equal to memory safety, right? Many years ago.
Yeah.
It is still university.
GC is just more like easier for people to program without worrying about coding and stuff.
That one is very small. If the compile result can be
Yeah,
200K, something like that.
Rust 2015 they focus on stability. 2018 they focus on productivity.
One thing I'm not so sure about how any of you guys actually familiar with Swift, how their reference counting actually works?
No.
I mean, how hard can it be? I mean, just reference count if no one's using it because they leave it out.
I think they just use the runtime, the Mac OS for the iOS core?
I don't think so lah. I mean, it's a Objective C and the Swift thing that actually does the garbage collection, not garbage collection, the rotation, isn't it? Not sure. Not familiar.
Not using it.
We need a Swift guy here.
Rust have
I know
two
it's
different
okay, okay.
reference count.
So that will be the
Rust have
general challenge for writing whatever garbage collection thing.
Then you can compare it.
one is RC and one is ARC.
What's the difference?
Refs. No. One is for multi-threading and one
A
is
is
not for.
atomic reference counting.
Yeah.
ARC.
A is for
Yeah, atomic reference counting.
No, I've not go to concurrency part yet.
Oh. No, the one is just I read from both. You do from the exorcism.
But it's actually good to roughly have a mental idea of what is the real world usage for some of these things. Or what's the real benefit? Like for instance, Elixir is good for be able to just scale up fast without worrying about a lot of these things. I'm not sure.
Different thing.
Garbage collection, right?
Yeah. But it's pretty much easy to clean up because it's message passing by default.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about some of the.
But because everything is message passing, so it creates of course more garbage lah. Garbage is
more
copy.
garbage, it uses more memory.
Yeah. Because of that, everything is a message.
More copying.
But it's very safe lah. That's why you can scale easily because it's a share nothing.
But it uses a lot of memory like
Share
Java
nothing.
so much.
It's not it doesn't work like Java. It's share nothing. So everything is like a copy of message to you. Everything is a copy. Like I tell you to do something instead of I invoke you to do something.
Or it's like It's like Rust but cloning every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the problem is just that if you want to change something, small thing, something new, you just have to copy and pass it along. So
How doesn't that use a lot of memory?
Yeah,
That's what we ask.
but it's safe. As long as you have enough memory.
I
then
know it's safe. It's like Python already.
you know what you're doing as long as you know what you're doing. But once the message got received, it can be gone because you don't need that anymore.
I could have figured out how they actually do it without actually that much coding.
Yeah.
Because I know that copying
Beam.
and cloning is actually slow.
The beam. Yeah, you have to read it. Beam.
Beam was slow. Okay, I was complaining about RabbitMQ. I mean, simplest thing for message passing and all stuff, right? If I write the equivalent stuff in, I don't know, even PHP would be faster.
Throughput versus latency, like just like the Golang saying.
It's ridiculously when I pass small messages to RabbitMQ via Beam and all stuff, I can literally see Beam eating up all the CPU.
Because RabbitMQ does a lot of stuff for you, like state tracking and all this.
Yes.
Like it's actually does subscription also every single time you
use RabbitMQ so that the PHP scripts can use more than one processor at the same time. So in the end, we use it also for small messages, which is one of the problem. It's just that Beam was the one eating the CPU, and the PHP don't have enough CPU time for work. It was very annoying.
Yeah. That's how AWS earn money. So you pay more.
Yeah, because don't have support for Rust.
What?
They ask in Reddit lah.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You have a server. Any binary it runs.
I know, but then they don't have
What's the
straight.
point of a compiled language where you cannot deploy a binary?
How they deploy? Well,
Copy.
Why were you compiling as a binary in the first place?
What you are talking about?
no, but the way how they run the binary.
What?
You copy the binary, you
Copy
ask
to a
it
server.
over
Just
to
like-
the server,
just
and
like-
run it.
No.
You
I
mean
mean like serverless
yeah? Oh, they're
Lambda.
PS lah.
Lambda.
Yeah.
You can. I
Why
heard
would
you
you
can
want
do.
serverless when your Rust
Why do you
is
want
actually
to
so
write-
small, you can chuck it in the smallest,
You know-
cheapest keynote available.
You know, there's no benefit of using this kind of languages in like even using Go for Lambda is like stupid already.
Huh?
It's like a lot more work for you to do.
Yeah.
You write more code than you write normal server. Right?
But
yeah,
you use Python,
yeah,
you are still inside the 100 ms
Might as well-
range. 100 millisecond range.
Do you know why people use serverless? Because they were
If you want fast,
bored with how do I write concurrent code?
if you want fast, you just use serverless.
Actually spawn enough copies of it to run in the parallel.
Don't worry about that lah. If you want to use Lambda, you don't worry about it lah.
Node.js for them.
Yeah. You know, just easiest to write. Just use whatever it is.
What-
You've seen the Golang code for Lambda. it's actually harder to, it's actually easier to write your own server than you write the Lambda server.
Yeah. No, I never seen that one.
Mm.
But I
Try
write,
it out.
but we use Lambda at school. Our university, they use Lambda.
Also because Lambda itself has their own runtime, so you get, if you use Rust, it's actually not directly use Rust like that. Any PAS, they have an abstraction, so you cannot get, just like when you try to run a web assembly, it's not actually just, it's fast, but it's not that much faster also, like, right?
No, it's smaller. WebAssembly, one of the
There's the different argument. We are talking about fast right now. Right. And there's no size issue for Lambda. As long as you can upload them, you can run.
But how's the WebAssembly support for Go already? Rust also, oh yeah, I think WebAssembly is also one of the 4 targets.
Why would people want WebAssembly? I still don't understand. I know one of few of the use cases, but what were you trying to solve if you want to run whatever?
That some of the popular Rust script already supports WebAssembly, so you can just port it to WebAssembly.
Just because you can, why would you want WebAssembly again?
So you don't.
They can write game on WebAssembly. They just write.
How many games have you written?
No.
How many games have you written? Or how many games are you going to
for
write?
the game writer?
Yeah.
They just write one time and they can write for every platform.
Yeah.
You can write in Java as well. How do you think that all Linux can actually play Minecraft in the first place?
What about web?
Minecraft.
Minecraft is
Minecraft can play
Java.
on web.
Yeah, Minecraft is Java.
No, I mean play on web browser.
Yeah, why not? Have you heard of Java applets?
I thought it was dead.
Dude,
It was
don't buy
dead.
into the marketing so much that you can just
Have you heard of write once, deploy everywhere,
I know.
run everywhere? There's Java.
But usually not web, right?
Yeah, web. Java runs web last time many years ago.
But it's not secure, Java.
Who do you why do you think it's not secure?
Now they killed it, right? Java applet. It's gone.
It's gone. You can still run it if you want. No, most of the time you just disable it.
Why is Java not secure? Says who?
The web one, or they say
Where do you
disable
hear all these
Java.
stories from? Who says Java is not secure again?
No, they say disable Java. You can write in secure code that you.
No, it's actually because it's escape the browser sandboxing, so you can access your operating system. If you give it too much permission,
Then is that secure?
it's not.
Yeah, that's why I say not secure.
No, but that's the wrong argument. Like,
I think also
WebAssembly
it
is only
blocks the
secure
main
because of the
thread,
sandbox.
so that's why it's also not good.
The implementation of the Java applet was the issue because it managed to escape the
one
sandbox.
thing that something that Bruno raised up about WebAssembly is he can escape the kind of the front end limitation. Like if he wants to do gRPC and stuff, he can just use WebAssembly to do it because the JavaScript API doesn't support.
Yeah, but I know that the routines don't really work with
Hey.
WebAssembly.
No, it's
Jeffrey
not good.
also
with
here,
it.
Jeffrey.
Huh?
Jeffrey also here.
Yeah.
What gives you the
What are you talking about? It's not real. This is just a dream. You're sleeping somewhere.
we need simple answers. Yes. Okay. Get really confused otherwise.
So,
Anyway, it will be
You can try WebAssembly on Rust. There's a
I tried once with the WebAssembly Studio.
uh,
So there's like an online editor, you just go ahead.
you know you can write WebAssembly yourself, right? It's a S expression.
Yeah.
like you write that yourself.
Why you don't write it yourself? You can write that.
So ugly.
That's expression is awesome.
Yeah. See? Look.
Oh, it's not.
Everything is a list. Your code, the data is the code as well. Yeah. List ma. The data is the code ma.
Oh, it's like the what is the language?
SSML is the
The
leaves.
5-character language.
What are you talking about? Bring fuck?
Yeah.
No. Leaves. Leaves. Data can be function.
What?
Yeah, leaves. Data can be
No.
function. Yeah.
I don't see what's so special about it.
No, I mean just for him everything is new.
What is it?
Huh? Data is as a function. Your data can be a function. Your function can be a data. Your data can be a function. that runs your data in the function. I should pass you the book that I passed to Manju, the quiz book, the little schemer.
I have a soft copy. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually the quiz. It's a quiz book about scheme. Scheme is an easier version of Lips.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Where do you buy that?
Huh?
Where do you buy that?
It's an exercise book, very fun,
No,
right?
where do you buy that? I have a
Book repository.
Then Wei Jian should know Lips. He use Emacs or?
That's a stereotype.
I think VS Code programmers know how to use JavaScript.
Yeah.
VS Code is written in JavaScript.
What? VS Code is a
You
very
didn't know?
VS Code is Electron,
Electron. Yeah.
but it's a modified version of
Frankly, it's
Electron.
TypeScript, yes. Yeah.
I think
VS Code is written in JavaScript.
Correct.
Yeah. TypeScript lah.
Okay. Anyone complain Java is slow and blah 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 use a real IDE. Okay. Eclipse and IntelliJ is written in Java as well. One is fast, one is not really fast.
Yeah.
Eclipse is fast, huh?
It's
IntelliJ is
not fast.
No, all is so slow.
Everything is slow for him.
Okay.
Yeah, Vim is fast.
Right. Very simple. Very simple. Okay. You go back. Okay. You go back. Pick your favorite or whatever. Write a damn Android program in Vim.
Yeah, I did. No, I write
You did,
Java
yeah.
program. I write Java program in Vim.
You did Android in Web?
Not Android, Java.
So, good luck.
I did
Right.
good.
Okay. If you come back, you say, oh,
Have UI.
RSI, right?
Okay.
Java FX.
Wow. Wow.
For the school assignment, I write in Vim,
Oh, that would have been painful.
Java FX.
The APIs are like so long. You
No,
must
the
have
import
named-
statement is
I-
like 10% of the code.
I don't envy.
Oh, okay.
I don't envy you, basically.
What I mean.
Like I don't
It's good
envy.
exercise. It's good exercise.
It's a very good exercise because we have to memorize everything. Then the autocomplete. I like my autocomplete. Thank you. Like it's not just autocomplete. Like this IDE that could generate everything for you, if you want.
Yeah, like the classes. Yeah. Just have
What?
Create a new class.
黑色
Vim also lah. This is VS Code. I use
黑色聊丁
Yeah.
What is that?
What is that? Wow.
对
Wow. Wow. It's a sign of age, man. You don't know about that. That's like the one of the hit song, man.
Huh? What is that?
Vim can do all the Vim stuff here in VS Code.
Yeah, but you use it. And you get a debugger. You get a debugger.
Oh.
Oh.
What is in VS Code that's so special?
auto completion.
Easier to set up in different computer.
Yeah, nicer UI.
And installing extension is no brainer.
Yeah.
To configure your extension is no brainer.
Yeah, no brainer.
You can replicate your setup with
How to
fine.
debug here? How to debug?
There's a debugging tab. There's a breakpoint. Have you heard of breakpoint?
Use GDB GDB, Google Debugger.
this one to alter computers.
Rust other.
You know the ultimate test, if you really want this one, and the objective is that you try to do something similar in Vim.
Does this
You get someone next to you.
Does it
do
connect to
something
Spotify?
similar in Vim. Using GDB, and someone else uses the other debugger.
no. Eat that.
Like Emacs can.
Emacs can do everything, but the configuration is bloody easy, man.
My pinky finger hurt like heck.
Yeah. After your pinky finger hurts, then you want to
Oh
switch.
yeah, who Alex say he use Vim.
I like
Then
it.
Talking about Emacs, you know
No,
Richard
Alex.
Stallman actually has his fingers got issues.
Huh?
which one?
Richard Stallman.
I have that also. All the Emacs user has ISI.
You also use Emacs.
Yeah.
Now?
VS Code, man.
The key binding.
Huh?
Key binding.
No key binding. I learned the VS Code one.
Dude, the thing that you need to remember is just that, okay, most of us here is like, whatever lah. We can just switch at will,
Problem
okay?
with
Okay?
problem
We
with
are not
Emacs.
Apple guys, we can switch to Windows anytime we like. We are running Linux anytime we like.
Problem with
Run
Emacs is because they use combination key. So a lot of system key is also combination. So you cannot use outside of
Yeah.
You cannot do the key binding exactly on VS Code, like because you crash with the system.
Oh.
So you cannot do. Just learn lah.
No, we can do like this.
I know.
Control V.
I can do all this in Emacs also.
Everyone thinks their preference is
VS
unique.
Code.
You know, have you tried to write JavaScript in Vim?
Yeah.
All the code autocomplete and stuff?
JavaScript I don't do auto completion. I just write.
Yeah.
No, some I do
It has
in function.
auto-completion if I remember
Vim
correctly.
have
But
omni complete. You need to set up.
for the Emacs one, it's bloody pain in the ass to set up.
No, Vim also very hard. No, I mean stupid completion you can set up lah, very easy.
Stupid completion.
No, means that it complete any random
Yeah.
thing you write upside.
Okay.
Anything
Your own
that you do
modules.
right there,
Your own module is harder, right?
if the one
It's general.
Rust
Syntax is general. You need like a language server and stuff still.
no like
For
some
Python,
language server don't do
Python is Jedi lah, but compared to VS Code, it's just work down there. You can select which one virtual env and stuff you can select. You can just select which one that you use. That one is so much better than me having to hard code it.
Oh, now
What do
there's
you
a
mean?
Python integration, right?
Python integration is you know sometimes we use virtual env and stuff, right?
Ah.
You let you select different version. If you use a Python env, you just let you select
So
which
that's
version.
relatively new, right?
Is it?
Visual Studio.
Pretty old lah.
Okay.
There's a lot of you see even like iOS, you have multiple one. You can just select which one that you use. If I remember correctly.
completion is when you type it automatically come out.
I don't rely on these kind of things.
I rely.
So means that
We
I don't like to type too much.
then you go up.
Yeah, sometimes
Oh.
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know like Vim ah. So you use Vim.
Wow, that's very hurt, man.
That was good.
I thought you
Hardcore.
he disapproved you, man.
No, Vim
You are not a true Vim user.
Control N, right?
You're not
You call
worthy.
yourself a Vim user.
I'm not a Vim user, so I don't.
even on Vim, I use the same combination. Tab, enter.
Or Vim can cut Oh, I didn't use the word sorry. I use last time I tried the opposite, but I don't like I don't like them to automatically show me the completion.
Also don't remember my
Every time I see the completion provider, right?
Just try out VS Code. For the first week, you probably hate it, but try it for a month. You then you don't want to use other.
I tried VS Code. VS Code is nice, but they're popping out the completion is not nice.
No, you can throw them away. You can disable them.
Huh?
Yeah, you
Disable
can
them. It's just a JSON file.
Oh.
Settings, you just click and stuff, clicks and disable, clicks and disable.
But jumping through files,
Yeah,
VS Code.
just
you
click,
jump?
right click.
Control P, type this one.
No, without using mouse.
Without using mouse.
Yeah, command P.
I don't know. I like my mouse nowadays.
What about the previous file?
Command
You
P.
need ISI to appreciate certain things.
Go to the previous file lah. Go to the open tab lah.
How
In
you
the
open
bloody
it?
land, just go to the open tab lah.
How you open the previous file?
Huh?
There are all key bindings listed out, so you can go previous next. Right? There are shortcuts.
No, it's like your browser. You can actually
You can do.
Yeah.
How do you
Same
go
tab.
to the previous tab in your browser?
I think same binding.
same I think.
I press alternate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
In your case, right?
Yeah, same-
control
same
page
thing.
up, control page down, right? Okay. Control page up, control page down. Same thing lah.
Vim, you mean?
VS Code.
It's good. It's a
Remember
browser.
one thing.
It's a browser.
Remember one thing we just said. VS Code ni is written in JavaScript. It's actually a bloody electron. It's a web browser.
It's a browser.
How do you use a web browser ni? I want to go to the previous page. How do I go to the previous page in web browser? Exactly that.
Yeah, we can have.
You can tap.
I use.
You haven't experienced it. It's very bad. Yeah. The key travel is late. Because it's Control X something, Control X or alternate X, alternate X, Control X.
Oh. Okay.
My Vim and VS Code should work the same also.
Use autocomplete. Yes.
But one thing I don't like in Vim is that multiple cursor.
You don't like?
No, I don't like is it don't have support for
Oh,
multiple
you
cursor.
don't have.
Oh, really?
We have support.
Yes, Emacs has it.
This is like a crappy multiple cursor using a keyboard.
I just want to say that.
One editor that I use have.
Emacs,
Vim have a plugin for multiple cursor.
Emacs comes default. Yes.
But Emacs you get RSI. I don't want.
Because you do a lot of this in Emacs.
A lot of
You a lot of stuff start with Control X, then something.
Also
alternate
has
X.
control in Vim.
Control X is the starting.
Control X something.
Yeah, Control X for completion in Vim.
It's Control X S, Control X H, Control X alternate H type.
It's the starting of
It's the
Do
starting.
you know how to save a file in
Control X.
Control
S.
X.
Do you know how to save a file in Visual Studio Code?
Control
Control
S.
S. Do you know how to save a file in Emacs?
Control
S.
S. S.
How to exit Control XC.
Do you know how many keys you need to take to save a file in Vim?
Yes.
Colon 1 2.
No, you can just zigzag.
Enter.
Zigzag.
I don't want to quit ma. I didn't say for
Colon
quitting.
W.
Saving. Oh.
Okay.
Enter.
Shift colon
not
2.
interested in this conversation.
Spy shade.
You guys are looking for my shit. You get it?
No, then how do you did for this line?
What?
How do you paste it 10 times? You have one line of code.
Control Y.
So if you want to do 10 by 10 dot period, how you do? In React.
You know you can do that and use it as an Excel like feature in Emacs. It's called Org mode. It's called Org mode.
No, I know how mode. In Vim you can just add
Just yeah. You're so fun.
YY 10T.
You guys.
Anyone?